Good morning, good morning. Welcome to my channel, The Underrated Doctors. Yours truly, the underrated one. This is another morning real talk. This is part 26, open panel, ladies and gents. Yes, open panel, ladies and gents. I'm gonna do it again. I sent out the link to get on the panel to some people that had email, and also I put the chat. And then I put the link in the chat to anybody that wants to get on. I'm just letting you know right now, be on your best behavior. Be on your best behavior. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to hit y'all with this intro. Matter of fact, before I do that, let me check out people. Hey, Sister Sheila, how you doing? If you hear me, check your email. Check your email. Send the link to you. To get on the panel, check your email. Good morning to you. Thank you for showing up, Sheila. Thanks for showing up. Okay. Let me read this out. Come enjoy real conversation with the number one grinder, us as the righteous ones individually. Let's make a change within ourselves and generally being there for each other. We got. Yes, remember that, y'all. We got. Let me take. Oops. Yeah, let me take this off. That. All right. But again, good morning, family. This is Morning Real Talk number 26. And Sunny Boston Talk, if you want to come up, let me know. Salute to you. I want you to come up. The link is in the chat. I don't know your schedule, so that's why I didn't see the link. I want to see the link. But the link is in the chat, Brother Sonny. I want you to come up after the intro is finished. Or you want to come up doing this is up to you, but salute to you, Brother Sonny. That's my day one, brother. One more day one people's family right there. So I'm gonna hit y'all with some New York 3 minutes 50 something. I'll be back. Brother Sonny, just come up. Just come up. You know how we do it. Just come up, man. We probably talk about Florida. Most of we talk about Florida, and we talk about things, and just do that. So yeah, I want people to come up. I want you to come up. The link is in the chat. I'm trying this out, y'all. I'm trying this out. The link to the panel. I put it in the chat. See what's up. Just come up, bro. Just come up. I try to do my. Let me stay. Thought I had the camera on. Guess I didn't. Here we go. I'm doing the best I can. Oh, listen, y'all. I'm gonna be out of town tomorrow. Um, so I will broadcast JT out in about excuse me, in DC. I believe that's part 14. Yes, it is. What's going on, brother J? What's good? So that broadcast will be starting at um 5:05. So I'll be chilling with the miss. Gonna hit a play and we gonna have a little fun. But I'm gonna show you some of DC. But when the miss comes, nah. So most likely at 5:40, I probably, I'm getting off a Union Station. So I'll probably give y'all sort of look, but or maybe I probably like with the Miss Malone, but I don't know. It really depends how I feel. Really depends. But it's gonna start 5:05. So I'm gonna be on the Amtrak. I'm gonna be on Amtrak. Y'all gonna be on the Amtrak. So I'll be on that. So, but again, welcome to my channel, The Underrated Darkness. Yours truly, the underrated one of the best kept secrets on YouTube, the best of the business. All right. Again, anybody wants to jump on, this is open panel to ladies and gents. So, and I will let's have our constant prayers on the people in Florida that lose their houses and stuff, and the important things and their lives and everything. Let's keep prayers with them. That's going to be a hard time for them. So let's have constant prayers with them. All right. I did a live last night talk about men in this space don't stick together. I want you to go check it out. I say certain things what I need to do. that needs to be said. I want you to take a look at it because it's going to be sometimes that when I do certain lives and the ones that be in the chat, I probably say like this that I got you, JJ. Just give me a few seconds. It might be like I'm gonna do evening talk the night after. I'm gonna talk about what I say. Let's deal with that. How do you feel about that? So I was doing it in the past, but it seemed like people didn't want to catch on. So that's what I'm gonna start doing. I don't know. I'm gonna make a series out of that. I don't, but that's what I'm gonna do it sometimes. Okay, I got you, JJ. I got you, JJ. So that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm not gonna do it all the time, but I will be a time like this is what we're gonna talk about. So all right, so we're gonna bring day one, fam. Brother J and J. What's good? Sheila, check your email. The link is in your email. You want to come up.
Yeah, man. How you doing, Mr. JT? How you doing,
I'm
Mr.
good. I'm
JT?
good, brother. How you feel? Nice seeing you again. Been a minute.
Yeah, it's been a minute, man. You know, I've been here and you know, congrats to your Yankees too. Salute to Aaron Judge, 61 home runs.
Yeah, he's tied up, man. He got hit 62nd, man. Then he had the record.
He gotta have what? He
He
gotta
break
have
the
what?
record.
67.
No, hit one more home run. He break the record.
Yeah.
I believe
Salute
he.
to Aaron
Yeah, salute to
Judge.
Aaron Judge. Yeah, salute to him. But I believe he will get it.
And my Minnesota Twins suck. And they had a 27-16 record in the first quarter of the season. Then the second, third, and fourth quarter of the season, they just suck. Man. You know,
Right.
I ain't from. I'm from North Carolina, but I like my Minnesota Twins, but they suck. They suck,
Mm-hmm.
man. We had none since 1991. Y'all won in 2009. Y'all won your World
Yeah.
Series in 2009. Keep right on. Get Juan Carlos Stanton and the rest of the crew down there
Yeah.
win a 28th World Championship. So, mhm. But
Got you.
the hurricane, yeah, the hurricane out here, Hurricane Eon, and I seen the news over there. They already flooded out down there.
I was talking about that. Excuse me. Let me reintroduce myself. Good morning. Welcome to my channel, The Underrated Darkness. It's yours truly, the underrated one. This is Morning Real Talk, part 26. Ladies and gentlemen are welcome to join the panel. We got Brother Pierre up in there. So, ladies and gentlemen, you're welcome to get on the panel. Ladies and gentlemen, ladies, get on the panel. Let's have this dialogue and everything. So we got brother Pierre in the building. Salute to you, family. Good morning. Peace to you and your family. I don't know if he's muted or not and everything, but and the rest of the chat, peace to y'all and your families. Good morning to y'all.
I'm gonna tell you this, there, Mr. JT, man. You know I haven't been saying so correct, but y'all correct me too. The YouTubers, tickets to the you and a few and others, man, that I'm subscribed to, man. And I said I'd rather listen than try to overtalk people. Try to
Mm.
overtalk people, and that's crazy, man. It ain't crazy. you got to sit back and observe or listen and listen and listen and listen. You know what I'm saying,
Yeah,
Mr. J? You know.
yeah. I don't get involved with that. That's why I put that. I don't get involved with that. That's why I put the what I usually do. The only way you can get on the panel, I have your email or I have a
Hmm.
telephone number. I send through text. But I'm gonna try this out. It's not like I'm gonna do it all the time because I'm not.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
I'm gonna see. We'll see
yeah.
what's up. Put it in the chat and see who wants to engage.
Yeah,
So
and you been traveling too there, Mr. JT. You went to
I'm trying to do,
Florida.
man. And I've been able, man. I'm trying to tell me in the midst doing a thing, man. I'm trying to tell you. Yo, good morning, brother Prince. How you doing?
Yeah, top of the morning to you, number one grinder. Top of the one to you, JMJ 2121. What's going on with you, gentlemen?
Thank you. Yeah,
Well,
we all right. We all right. We all right. Thanks for coming. Appreciate that. Let me put the before y'all get. Well, I'll get to you, Prince, because I want to ask some questions. Ladies, legit ladies, you can get on too. Look at the title in parentheses. Open panel, ladies and gents. Get on the panel. All right? Okay. Now, Prince, let me ask you a question. Now, no, I hate to say this, but great win with the Dallas. I don't really like the Cowboys, but great win. But let me ask you a question. Now we're on the NFL. Let me ask you a question. Pick one team out the NFC and the AFC that you think that they're going to sneak up and being in the playoffs.
Cincinnati, well, they're not sneaking up. You know, sneak up. I'm trying to think. I got a Jacksonville Jaguars. That's the team gonna make the playoffs. They're gonna win their damn division. That's the improbable team because nobody thought they was gonna do anything. That's the team.
That's the AFC, right?
Yeah, AFC. Jacksonville Jaguars. AFC.
AFC.
AFC
What about?
South.
All right. Now NFC.
Ooh, NFC is cluster. It's hard to tell. You know, man, the Detroit Lions, man, they shouldn't have lost to Minnesota though. But I'm gonna say this: the Detroit Lions. I think the Detroit Lions might make it.
Okay. See when I get my information, I get information for the best of the business. Pierre best in the business. He's been doing it for a long time. So I go to Pierre. I don't go with these other people. And Mace too. I don't go with the other people because y'all know what you're talking about. So I go to him and everything. Prince, can you give us more information about in Boston about the coach? If there's anything that we need to watch out for that is new?
I left that topic alone.
Okay, we gonna leave it alone.
What I mean is everything else. I don't know. Well, what I got is the woman. Uh, what information I got? The man she's married to is a consultant to the team. So it's basically some white supremacy, Boston white supremacy shit. They found out there was a black man messing with a white woman, and they didn't like
Mm-hmm.
that. She had something to do with the organization, but she's not the dude she married to is not even in the organization. But he's a consultant for the organization, so he might be a deep friend with the owner or somebody like that. So that's all. That's the added end to it. So
Okay.
it actually is. It could be something where, but I don't know what she linked to because anybody really telling her where she's linked to the organization as. They won't give her title. So
Mm.
this is it's almost a situation where Emma Aduka is unjustifiable firing because they claim that the man that she's supposed to be married to is supposed to be an executive in the organization. That's not true. He's a consultant in the organization. Second thing is what does she got to do with the organization? They don't want to give it up. Or they're trying to say is he got a gang of women in the organization he was messing with. If it's that, then we understand. But they just playing games with this. And at the end of the day, if it was that egregious, I don't know why. We know why Boston brought it out because of the Seaver situation, but
Mhm.
Boston shouldn't be wanting to put their name on this yet. See, the Boston owner don't remember their history and what they did to Bill Russell.
Right.
And I'll say this here: if Bill Russell was alive today, they might have not even done this bullshit, but they would have ended up because he would have said something. He wouldn't have been like, "No, you don't do it like that. You do human resources business, and if it's that egregious, and he's going against the bylaws, that means you can fire him with just cause. That means he voids the contract. Because it is conduct policies in a contract, in every contract known to man in sports world. You do some fuck shit that's against what they believe in, and they usually advise you, and your lawyer, which is your agent, advise you the guidelines in the contract, which you better not do and what you better not be doing. So,
Mm.
and he should have fired him. You know what I'm saying? So what I mean, I left it alone. I did a topic on it, and I did a topic referring to the media. I played the media role in it, how they was playing it with the Malika Andrews. That's one
Mhm.
you can check out on the game show, 2 hour
Mhm.
show, you know what I'm saying? When I get to editing, I start breaking these things down and breaking them down so you can listen to them in bits and pieces. But
Mhm.
I'm long-winded, man. I'm done with that, but I
Okay,
can
cool.
explain some more. You got some more questions.
Okay, good. Now, before we get to J&J, um, what do you think? Is it? Well, I think it's early to ask that question because the NBA season it just started and everything. But let me ask you a question: which players that you looking for that gonna have a breakout season?
Oh man, it's time for the mellow ball to come on with it.
Mm.
Time for him to come on with it, man. You showed everybody you can play. It's time for the Jay Morant year, like Jay Morant had last year. He
Mm-hmm.
got hurt. If he don't get hurt, he the one MVP. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's time for him to get to the Jay Morant stage. And I'm sure everybody dominate. It's time to dominate. Get that team. Okay, you look at the East. You got Boston. You got, Miami. Then the rest of the teams in Brooklyn. Let's just say Brooklyn because Brooklyn's intact, right? We just say the top three, not Brooklyn, but Milwaukee, then Brooklyn. We say they're the top four, right? Boston, not in particular order. Boston, Miami, Milwaukee, Brooklyn, right? We just say Brooklyn a play this year. They got everybody healthy, so it shouldn't be any excuses. I don't believe in them, but they should win 50 games in the regular season. They just should. Shouldn't be no
Right.
excuses. You know what I'm saying? So now, can you get now? It's time to you to get them to a top four seed. It's time to carry your team. You got to show
Uh-huh.
ability that you can carry them. I know they got the Bridges situation. You know what I'm saying? And I don't.
Mm-hmm.
And Charlotte did not. They don't improve their team. They doing that Dallas Cowboy bullshit. You got a good player, but you ain't really adding pieces to the puzzle to get you over the hump. You
Mm-hmm.
know, but that's the guy that needs to step up. And another guy that needs to dominate is Zion Williams. He's in shape now. So it's
Mm-hmm.
no excuse. Yeah, he's supposed to trim down. He's supposed to be in top shape. Allegedly now. They ain't coming up with
Right.
no weights. They're not saying he
Right.
run around and ran 240. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Or 250. You know what I'm saying? They just saying he's in shape. They showing him he look like he is in shape. All right. So he need to dominate. He had injury prone where he didn't play last 2 years, year and a half. He ain't played no basketball. So that's another player that need to dominate. So there's two players. The rookies, I don't know too much about the rookies, man, because I ain't really watching college basketball like that. And I think it's the guy out of Duke, but he's a rookie. So they
Mm-hmm.
get out of Duke they talking about, and there's another guy that's supposed to be cold. But but the other two guys everybody wants to see, because New Orleans almost won a series last year, right? Who they gave the money to? Who they almost beat? Was it the Suns? It was
Yeah, it
somebody
was. It
they
was
almost
Suns.
right,
Yeah, it was the
right,
Suns. Yes.
right. So and they thought that Zion was gonna come back, and he didn't. So he owed that team a dominant season. Okay. CJ McCollum is buying into the program. You got the other guy that played for the Lakers. I you know, drawing my name from him. The Duke player. He's playing good. You know what I'm saying?
Ingram.
Yes, Mr. Ingram. You know what I'm saying? They got some talent over there. So it's time for him to come in and statistically lead the team. You know, you ain't played in a long time, so I don't mean you come in and you can tell motherfuckers what to do. But you need to come over there and earn your leadership back. Earn your captain. Earn the big captain in 23 and 24. You know what I'm saying? That's what you're gonna be doing this year.
Got you.
Yeah.
Got you. G. Got you. JMJ, anything you want to add on before we continue?
I'm gonna tell you this, man. Chicago Bulls need to get it together, man. My Chicago Bulls need to get it together, man. You know, with DeRozan, and you know, Alonzo Ball. I heard heard some stuff about him. Alonzo Ball ain't gonna be there. My Chicago Bulls need to get it together, man. At least try to make it the playoffs. You know, they did all right in the at least make it to the playoffs. But unfortunately, it was against the Milwaukee Bucks. You know,
Oh.
until what's the got hurt, until Middleton got hurt. You know, I thought we would take advantage of that, but they didn't, and I'm very disappointed to my Chicago Bulls. So I'm saying, man, it's up in the air in the Eastern Conference and the Western Conference. I want to see how these brothers do in the Eastern Conference and the Western Conference. Brothers from overseas, brothers for in house in the United States, man. I want to see my Chicago Bulls do their stuff, man. They go for the New York Knicks too, man.
I'm gonna get to
The
New
New
York
York
next.
Knicks.
I'm gonna get to New York next, but I think Chicago had to beat the top team. That what hurts them. They didn't beat the
Yeah.
top team. They didn't beat the top teams, and you got it. When you beat the top teams, you be more visible. Now the Knicks, I don't know. I still say this, and I'm gonna
Yeah,
stand
y'all
on
got
this.
Brunson though. Y'all got Brunson though. Y'all
Yeah, they
got
got
Brunson.
Bronson, and they hired Bronson father to be assistant coach and all like that. I put it like this. Um, New Year's Eve, if the Knicks have a sub below 500 record, clean house. Not the players, but I'm talking about the coaching staff. Clean house.
Yeah, man.
Okay,
But
you
I'm gonna
talking
tell you,
y'all,
Clean
y'all,
house.
y'all
Listen,
got
I
Tibbs
don't
up there.
huh?
Y'all got Thibodeau, right? Ain't that who your coach
Yeah,
is? Tibbs?
yeah,
yeah,
Yeah.
he'll wear somebody out, man.
yeah,
He'll wear
man.
somebody out. It's just like he did Derrick
Yeah.
Rose with Chicago,
He,
with
he
my
ran he,
Bulls.
he ran the veterans and he don't want to play the young players. So, but now I don't, for me, they better get they. I
This
still
is
don't
what's
like
wrong
it.
with Thibodeau. This is what's wrong with Thibodeau. Thibodeau, all he has to, if he want his team to be in top shape, when they come in training camp, you know what I'm saying? You send them through a training camp test. Shit that Bill Parcells used to do, Jimmy Johnson
Yeah,
them used to do. You had to
yeah.
come in shape. You had to come to my camp in shape. Okay? Because
Hmm.
I'm gonna run your ass through this training camp. But when I get to the regular season, I'm not gonna run you like that. I gotta have the Wednesday. I gotta give you a like Wednesday or Thursday practice. Or Friday
Mhm.
practice gotta be light. What we learned about him, he trying to run guys in practice all the time. What are you doing? You got 82 game schedule, motherfucker.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
He acting like he got a 16 game schedule. And the NFL don't run their players hard in practice like that. So why in the hell is a basketball team that's running a damn 82 game schedule? The NFL he done in 10 years. He's
Mhm.
not modern, bro. He got to get with the times, man. You know what I'm saying? Guys ain't in shape. They come in out of shape. You find their asses and they get their ass in shape. And then you know they in shape, so now you know that you can run your system.
Mhm.
It's common sense. And he's trying to run guys ragged. Yeah, he's dumb.
Yeah, yeah. He had run down other peer. What you go more on your point, brother Prince. He had premature retired of the careers. You got Yannick Noah, you got Lua Dang.
Mm-hmm.
We can go on. And he had done it. People don't like when I said it. He had done it. And then this is the thing about my team. I still don't like Julius Randle. I don't like him. He needs to go. He already said he don't like how New York treat him and stuff like that. You play in one of the biggest market in the world. That comes with it. Now all of a
Nah,
sudden
he
you want to
played
have
his
a different life. No, they need to go. Him and the coach need to go.
Yeah,
I don't like none
yeah,
of them.
yep. I'm gonna tell you this, man. Tibbs, man. You ran the two most marketed teams in the world in the NBA with Chicago and New York, man. It's time for you to get yourself together, man. Time for Tibbs to get himself together. Start running out, Randall and Barrett and all them and Burks and all them, man. Man, it's time for the Knicks. It's time for the Knicks. 73. 73. You had your Walt Clyde Frazier's, your Willis Reeves, your Earl the Pearl Monroe's, man. I've been looking I've been trying to look at the niggas, trying to look at them closely though. But I gotta look at my Bulls too. The Bulls need to get it together with Billy Donovan, man. Billy Donovan, come on, man. Get
Yeah,
some
it's a
get some
ceiling with it.
players.
It's a ceiling with him. You know,
Mm-hmm.
he got a floor.
Billy
Yeah, it's a
Donovan.
ceiling with him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
just because you did just because you did that in Florida, it don't mean you can do that in the top level in the NBA. You feel me?
mhm.
He's going
Yeah.
3-1. But you gotta remember, he was there when Kevin Durant and Westbrook was blowing 3-1 leads on the Golden State Warriors.
Right, exactly.
You-
Let me
It's about
introduce something.
Donovan, man.
Hold on, Jay. Let me introduce Sheila. Good morning, Sheila. How you doing?
Good
Welcome.
morning. Hi, everybody on pin on the chat.
All right. How you feel this morning?
I can't complain.
Okay, good. We got Sister Sheila, and the link is in the chat. Anybody that wants to join, especially ladies, she wants to join and stuff. Like I'm just saying that Sheila, are you there? Are you still? I know. She got a lot of
I'm
noise.
in with it because I'm over here at my daughter's. Give me 1 minute.
Okay. All right, she at her daughter's house. Okay. Yeah, but did anybody have watched the live that I did last night?
Now I missed it. What is
Uh,
it about?
Oh, it was about I was about the men in this space. I was talking about men's in the space. We don't stick together.
show don't,
Absolutely.
man.
No,
Show
we
don't.
don't.
Show don't, man.
I
Show
No,
broke it
I
don't,
down.
just
man.
I broke it.
no,
I broke it down.
I just did a live early this morning at 6 o'clock Eastern time,
Mm-hmm.
and I broke down the Woman King. So if you want the true story of the Woman King, what check out that live. You know, bro, I'm gonna have to break it up. It's a little long, but let's get to the part where I found the Smithsonian Institute magazine wrote the whole story about pretty much about the story of the so-called Woman King. So
Uh-huh.
yeah. So I broke that down because I know people was bashing on me why I didn't go see it, and I said I don't have to go see it. I can go read. I can go read the real story of it. Okay, I don't have to go. And I told people I didn't hate against it. It was like I'll give you a perfect example. It would be like it's just like a movie didn't interest me. It didn't interest me. I wasn't hating on it. Viola Davis is a great actress. You know what I'm saying? I liked her in some shows that I watched. I don't hate her. Okay? I wasn't interested in it because in my soul I knew it was some BS.
Right.
So I broke the historical context about it and I told the whole story about it, you know what I'm saying? And gave you the truth. You know what I'm saying? And I basically give you a shorthand at the end of the day. What they're portraying them women to be, they're not. what they're portraying them women to be is they're freedom fighters. They're not. No, not Viola Davis's character. No, she's not. So that's what that lie is about. So I did it. So if you want the truth, you want the butt naked truth, yeah. You're gonna ask me some questions, I give you some. Go ahead.
Nah, I say this though. I was talking to the miss, and then she talked to somebody in the family, and for me, for me, it's I'm not going to see it. I already know what it's all about.
Right.
I did my own reading and stuff, so and I already know what, and then people, and I want people to understand what I say. I already know what Viola Davis is all about. So it doesn't make a difference. So I don't. So and I know there's some women don't like when I said it, but truth is the truth. I don't, so they're not telling the truth. Like Brother Prince, I'm letting you know right now. Please go.
Yeah. The bottom line, the action scenes and the fighting and all that is true. The fighting is true. Oh yeah,
Right.
that's true. They was warring for 200 years. So they was But the narrative that Viola Davis is playing, you know what I'm saying, is that they was freedom fighters. That's bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Got you.
You know.
Sister Sheila, you want to get into it?
Yeah, give me
Yeah.
about 2 minutes.
Okay. All right. No
And that's
problem.
and I'm gonna tell y'all right now. You go to that live. That is not. I didn't do no anti-woman message. It was anti-narrative message. So what I do on my show, I don't bash women. I bash narrative. I bash bullshit narratives. I bash narratives that's not the truth. I bash bullshit. I don't bash people. Now, if you want to come back and bang on that bullshit, then yes, I would gladly smash on you with this verbiage. Okay, I'm not gonna play with you because you want to co-sign the BS. So anybody want to co-sign that BS? And all I tell you to do is this. All you have to do on a Google search is put the true story of the woman king. And you'll find it. It ain't going to take long to find it. You find
Right.
Okay, I'm here.
Go ahead,
Um,
Sister.
It's so funny he said that because I have not seen the movie yet. I haven't want to look at nobody who already is trying to explain it on social media, nothing. So that's why I'm gonna say I'm gonna do my research and
Yeah, that's
that my
he
aunt
gave it to
put.
you.
No, I'm still. I don't go by he said, she said. I do my own research.
Yeah, well, all I'm going to tell you is that type in the true story of the woman king, and you will get it.
Mm-hmm.
So that ain't he say. I'm just giving you, this, you know,
I
in
will.
school, you're a good professor. I'm not saying I'm a professor, but a good game show host, he's going to go on and put you where the ghost can get it. That's what I'm going to do. Let's put you where the ghost can get it. It's easy. You know, that's all I did. You know, I found it. Didn't take long.
I would say this, right? That I don't go by he say, she say. I do find out for myself. But I would say this about, and I'm glad you talked about Brother Prince and narrative too. If the narrative does not connect with the story, there is a problem. And we have to understand there are people that look like us. It's
Right.
it's not representing us. And
Right.
I'm talking about us as black. I'm talking about a black man and black woman. They don't represent us. You hear what I'm saying? And what Brother Sonny said, it was like 3 European ladies had wrote that.
Yeah,
So
that
that's
woman's name is Maria Bello. She went over there in 2015. She took a trip over there to Berlin, which is the modern day, the humming, and she got the research. And then she brought it back, and she changed the narrative. I'm going to tell you what they did. They took 2 centuries of information. The century information they're talking about is 1800s information. What they changing is the 20th century, the 1900s, the 20th century information. What I'm going to tell you is, yeah, they had to fight against colonization in the 20th century. But Viola Davis's character was not fighting against colonization. They was doing what I call Homean supremacy, which was equivalent to white supremacy. That's what they was doing. So
But are
the
you
narrative,
surprised? You surprised? That's what they always do.
well,
That surprised you?
no. You know why I'm surprised? Because it cost them money. If they told the story
I
properly,
hear you.
it would hold on. If they told the story properly, they would have made Black Power, they would have made Black Panther money. See what I'm saying?
Right.
See, the narrative to the story was like white folks could have sit back and be like, oh, we got something to tell. You know what I'm saying? It was like, because in the story, white folks, the British had to pretty much make that king stop slave trading. So the cracker had a reprieve. He had opportunity to be not a hero. I ain't gonna go there, but you know how they want to play hero? They could have told the story properly and look good.
Don't tell it. Don't tell it. Don't tell it.
I'm not telling you the movie. I'm telling you the history. You're not gonna get that in the movie if you watch it. You know what I'm saying?
Not.
But I'm giving you tidbits. You're not getting that in the movie. I'm giving you the history. I don't do what I do with movies. You know what I'm saying? If it's historical, I'm not, Malcolm X, I didn't go see that in the movie. I was a kid, so I ain't had the money to go see it. But it's a lot of historical movies. I don't really go fuck with them because I'm gonna go read the shit.
Yes.
I don't need it. You know what I'm saying? And then I knew in my soul, without doing any research, that something ain't right about it. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't about the women fighting, because I've done my research in Black studies and African studies. Yes, it was women warriors. You know what I'm saying? It was women that get out there and go fight. That ain't what I was against. Okay? And we got women in MMA today. So how hypocritical would I be if I watch women fight MMA, or I'm rooting for Clarissa Shields boxing to be mad about a historical women fighting? Is that the narrative is not true that they paint on the movie. That's the only thing I debunk, and that's what I debunk. So.
And let's not forget the woman who for fighting political too.
Who was for fighting political? What you mean? Oh, you talking political?
Yes,
Yeah, we're talking about it all. What I'm doing is talking modern. We know about the civil rights movement. We know about the Black Panther movement. We know about the Black Power.
No, I'm talking about today.
Okay. Well, today, you're going to give me some names of who really fighting. I ain't saying nothing but some hustling going on. So you're going to have to give me some names. You know what I'm saying? And
I'm one of them. That's why I do in my real life.
Oh, okay. No problem. Well, I don't, I know of you. I don't know you. Go ahead, though. I'm cool.
Yeah, let me let y'all go, peoples, man. Y'all cooking, man. All right, Mr. JT.
No, don't go nowhere. It just started. Go ahead, underrated.
Yeah, I mean,
No, yeah. No. Go ahead, first, Brother Pierre, then I follow up.
Yeah, so all I'm saying is, I'm going to tell you about that. That live I did is the definition of what my show's about. I might do the Cowboys and shit like that, but my show is the game we love, the games we love, the games we know. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we do at the game show. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we do. And information. Yeah, that's what I do. That's called a game. You know what I'm saying? Which is God, apostle, manifestation, elevation. Which is the butt naked truth, in my opinion. So that's what we do there. We not, and I got real deep in there. I broke it down where the players in the undercover game are gonna see it. They're gonna see it real quick. The street cats gonna see it right outside. The GED, the PhD, to the street, to the square, to the educated lame and the gamer. They gonna see it. So I ain't, it is.
But what is you doing in real life though? Okay, and that's why underrated.
I drive trucks. I play the trucking game.
Okay.
Yeah, but I don't mean I don't study. You know what I'm saying, and learn and listen. You know what I'm saying. So yeah.
Not that, but do you speak up? Do you stand up for your rights as a Black man?
Yes, I stand up for my rights all the time. I'm always fighting for my rights. I don't let nobody do me wrong. You know what I'm saying? I'm for my rights all kind of way. I'm standing up for my rights now. I'm fighting an unjustifiable case that they're trying to put on me that's going to get dismissed. And I'm also going to go and take it to the next level and do some civil suit going on. So, yes, I'm going to stand up for me first.
So your personal
Yeah,
gain.
I'll stand up for,
So
yeah, and hold on, let's give you historical context. I was a member of, in 2014, I was a member of Lone Star RBG, and we had a thing called the RBG Family Weekend, and we was promoting African-centered education and empowerment. Also started me a alkaline water company, you know what I'm saying, for black folks, but black folks didn't want to support me. Okay, they knew I had the best product. They knew everything I had. You know what I'm saying? They took my product, they drunk it. Women over there telling me that their menstrual cycles is flowing correctly. That's what a woman told me. I didn't ask for it. Just
okay,
came
all
back and gave me
right,
the
all right.
information. So I was doing things. So what I was on Powernomics. So what I'm believing about is when I look in the world of the 9 pillars of human activity. That's what I go by. Now I don't go by what Neely Fuller said, white supremacy, because Neely Fuller saying this template I'm giving you is how do you create a system for yourself. You do got to control those 9 pillars of self in the community. Okay, hell, that's so you got to control all that. You got your economics, education. You know what I'm saying? Entertainment. You know what I'm saying? Law, labor, politics, religion, sex, war, and counter war. Right? So you got to control them things. But you got to control them 8 for you even get to war. That's why war is bad. You ain't controlling 8, you ain't getting no war. You got to have economics. You got to be able to make weapons. You already know. So let's be real. So
Right.
I'm on that level. So we need to, and I'm through with organizing. It's time to start talking. I'm looking at it in the business sense. It's time to start unionizing. Okay?
You
We need
late,
to,
brother.
yeah. This
Yeah.
organizing shit ain't getting shit done because I, I'm a Garveyite. You know what I'm saying? I'm on Garveyism. I believe not far as going repatriation because that's kind of over. China took that over. You know what I'm saying? He was, he saw what China doing down in Africa. They over there trying to goddamn build everything Marcus Garvey was preaching it 100 years ago. China doing it 100 years later. You know what I'm saying? He ain't want talking about going down there to romance Africa. He was talking about going over there and industrialize Africa so we could get what he called a sovereignty and get trade. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you want to grow poppy seeds and coke plants and whatever you want to do. Yeah, you want to be, you want to bring an African cartel out there. You ain't give a shit. You go control land and grow and do what you need to do. So that's what I'm.
Oh, you cut off.
Dudes I was working with, they was on some hustle shit, some fuck shit, and they wasn't about it 100% on the game. So I'm on my own now, and I'm just gonna do my own thing and be an example to this game.
I
That's all
hear
I can
you.
do.
But let me say this though too. There is assumption that black men is not sticking up for themselves or they not protecting themselves. They are black men are doing it, but they're not going to hear it. So I also hear brothers in this space be saying, "Oh, black men don't do no. Yes, they do. I know a few they do it in their own way. Not every black man with the protectors is not going to do it the way that we want to, but they are do protect. There are other ways they can protect themselves. So and they are involved in a community. So what we have to start doing as a people. Not everybody's ain't gonna do it the way we want to, but long as they in the flight to better themselves. Now it's good to have the information. Yes, I agree totally. So my thing is this that us as a black people that if we want to be in politics, all right, be in politics. You want to be in the private sector to help our people, be there. Want to be in the public sector, be there. Let's do something. And even like if we're around our community, even like where I live at, I go walk around and I'm doing something, but that something could turn into something else. So we have to understand that We gotta stop label people. Oh, you if you don't do this, you're not getting it done. There goes some black women too, because there are some black women say, oh, if you don't do the certain way, black woman, you know you ain't helping it. So we gotta stop doing that because this really is holding us back and everything. I believe that everybody in the panel and even some the ones in the chat in your own way you're serving the community. Like Val, she walks around and she shows what's going on in New York and let us know to watch out certain things in the city. Sheila, she go in politics for a long time, so she interviewed different people and let us know that how politics works in certain branches work. JMJ, he's a veteran. So, sometimes he talk about what's going on in the service. We need to pay attention to that. Prince, he been in media for a long time, so he knows what's going on. That's when I go to Prince. He said, "Yo, Ronnie, you need to check this out. You need to keep eye on this and everything." So, and
Yeah,
so
what
this
I
is this is
do. Yeah, I'll go ahead. Yeah, I thought you said.
no,
Go
so
ahead.
so this is what I'm saying, that everybody do have talent, everybody do have the advocacy to protect us, so you protect our people, and we have to recognize it.
Well,
And
first of
I'm
all,
telling you
oh,
this,
go ahead.
man, us black folks, we need to work together, man. We need to work together, man. From ladies and gentlemen to it in our black community, man. We need to work together, man. Shoot, shoot. We gonna be lost in the struggle, man. If we don't
Well,
do that,
first
we
of
gonna be
all,
lost in the struggle. Yeah. No. Go ahead. Go
well,
ahead. Go ahead.
first of all, man, the key is family building. Did the black
Yeah.
man don't want to marry a black woman? The black woman don't want to be married. You're not gonna get nothing. First of all, you making the white man double. You making the white man or whoever, the utility companies, the water companies, you giving them twice the money. If you at least unify, you're only paying one bill. You're not paying. You're not paying four. You're not paying. If you got six bills, you're not paying 12. So we're not even playing economics that way. So you need to come together. That's what marriage was all about. You get tax breaks for marriages and all this other stuff, but it's a business. So you got to be coming together and merging, and the man has got to be a man of valor, a man of God, or a man of honor. He's got to be about the business, and the woman's got to be like, okay, and that's what women got to quit hooking up with. So, why you think Kevin Sanders was pumping men, being in shape and all that and all that shit? Get in shape, be in shape. Because a lot of the out of shape men be men so-called good men. So you need to goddamn get shape so they can lust after a good man for once. You know what I'm saying? And when they start looking after the good man, and then then you're going to be the good guy and be good. And then you can go on and get on your plan. We got to lust for you first before you get on your plan. That's the game. All right. So in the second, yeah, it's
The
a game.
game.
Okay.
That's
Yeah,
the
you gotta
worldly
lust
game.
for you. Yeah, that's you gotta lust for you.
That's the worldly
Okay.
game. That's not
Yeah,
God
that's the
game.
world. Well, what I mean, well, modern day women though, we could talk. We could. That's what I'm talking about, the men of God. But even in the Bible, say if the man work out, he's gonna get tenfold out of it. So if you give, so that means you give yourself. It's Malachi 10:8. If you give 10%, you give 10%, or you give of yourself, you're gonna really open doors for you to receive. So we can go to the Bible, but I try to stay out of there. I know everybody don't rock with it, so I use it, but I put it in game language. So I just
Okay,
use what God
okay.
said.
The game language is this game on social media. Marriage is not no business. Let's keep it real.
Now marriage is a business. It's a
Marriage is not a
merger.
business because the end of
It's
the day is
dead.
when you have a business and your business not doing right, what you gonna do with your business?
You're going to file bankruptcy, which is a divorce, man. You're going
The
to
end of the
sever
day is when
ties.
you taking your vows. What do your vows say? Through richer and poor, right?
Yeah. It's honoring to keep what we saying in the we trying to talk in the historical context and in the biblical context. You want to say on the biblical? I'm spiritual, but when I'm coming is with information.
But I'm
Everybody,
coming with facts,
hey,
realistic.
Oh,
I'm
Marriage
coming
is
with
not
facts
no
too.
business because the
Okay,
end of the day is if you have a spouse and they lose their job, the end of the day is somebody financial stable, they still got money gonna last them a year or two. and then a little bit pension. So in the day is you're gonna still stick with that individual because you want. And two, you're gonna help that individual get on their feet or do anything. So in the day is you're not gonna abandon them. You're not gonna abandon them because they lost their job or their business fell. So marriage is not no business.
No, Pastor
No, it's not. It's not.
I'm just gonna go to
so that's the game. So y'all keep on talking about the game. See the game y'all talking about, they ain't no game.
You want to stop me because I'm.
There ain't no game. Now I know about game now. I'm not new to this. I'm true to this.
I'm gonna come.
Bring it, Prince.
I'm bringing it to you now. You know why I learned? I know why I first learned it, but I'm gonna.
I got the best learner in life through my parents. My mother and my father taught me the game. So the end of the day is what?
And that's what my grandmama taught me. My grandmama, my granddaddy. I was raised by them. They was doing business, and they said marriage is a business. Y'all got to come together, and y'all got to come together, and y'all got to make money. What that means is you need to have a third hustle. All right.
So and the day is that come with the territory. Don't go well financial. You're gonna be stable. Come on.
That's what it's about.
And then you talking about what
because it's a plan. I can't.
Yeah, the end of the day is okay. The end of the day is before you even get married, you're gonna talk about it. You're gonna talk about it because the end of the day is if you ain't had that chemistry with them, I'm not gonna marry you. I'm not gonna marry nobody just for money. I'm not gonna lay in the bed just for somebody for money. So don't tell me marriage is just for business. No, it's not.
First of all, I started off saying the woman got a lust for you first.
And I don't have lust. Some probably do, but at the end of the day is don't no.
Okay, I'm just talking.
Okay. I'm not going through your game is played out. Come on now, you got this off the internet. Come on, Prince. Come on now. Let's keep it real here. Underrated channel. Mother did not told you that marriage was a business. Now you sitting up there and you're not telling the truth.
How you gonna tell me what my mama told me? Now you out of bounds. You don't.
No. Whoa. Let's go.
I'm not cussing her out. Okay. I'm just saying she out of bounds. That's out of bounds content. What I'm finna do is stay on what she owns and stay on the debate topics. Okay? You said that ain't nobody says a business. I would go back to 1997. Pastor E.J. Johnson at New Covenant Community Church, a biblical scholar, by the way, that went to the theological seminary, and he came and told us that marriage is spiritual first, but it's business too. You can't get with a woman and a man want 5 kids and a woman don't want 2. You aren't even yoked. You have a merger or whatever. Y'all merging souls. Y'all merging together. And y'all got a plan. So when I come and meet with you and I tell you, we're kicking it with you, and I tell you what I want to do and what I want to be, I'm giving you an oral business plan. Then I show you that I got an excellent credit score. Or my credit, I'm building my credit. I got this goal on my job to do this, and then in 5 years I'm gonna be over here. And you say, well, I wanna do this and do this. You giving oral business plans, man. You over there telling what you want. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And hold on, and I'm finished. Because majority of marriages end off financial destitute. So spiritual. Shaq said it like he said it in the thing when he got married. He said richer for richer, and they said, why you didn't say poor? Ain't gonna be no poor because I'm not gonna be poor. And the same reason I'm not gonna even put that poor in there because he know that's how marriages end. Now we know his marriage ends with infidelity, but that's what I'm talking about, a business. Because I'm not going into the lust. I'm not going into the low side of the game talking about the negative part. I'm just talking about how you want to build unity again. It could be spiritual marriage, it could be legal marriage, it could be whatever. You got to unify, and you got to have 2-parent households again, so you can raise kids under the covenant, so you can put them out to be productive people in society. You know what I'm saying, me? So you can go on and use things out there and get things. You're not gonna build a base. You're not gonna build nothing with the separatism of black women and black men. It's not gonna build anything.
Okay. Underrated, can I say something if you don't mind?
Yeah. I want you to go say something. Then I gotta clear something up. You go ahead.
I just want to say, reason why I think they put that through rich and poor because majority of us got married at a young age, and we still don't know what career we want and different jobs, stuff like that. And that's why I think that went through financial. Because when you get a certain age, by 30 or 40, you should be financially stable to a certain extent. So the end of the day is let's look at this realistic when it comes to marriage. Majority people get married before the age of what, 24, 25.
You
And we
right.
still trying to figure out if we not went straight into our career, like some not blessed like me, went straight into your career at the school. So some still today when they go on to school trying to figure out what major, then they done changed 2 or 3 majors. So come on, Prince. Go ahead, underrated. I mean,
Let me say this, all right? And I got to clear this up because I've been saying this for a long time. And I've seen this out of brothers and I've seen it out of sisters. You just cannot. And I'm not talking about the ones on the panel. I'm talking about throughout. It's good that we hear this out and everything. And it's cool. But let's respect each other. But at the same time, if that's how the person was raised, that's how the person is raised. And we have to understand that things do change. And also, the noise is, could somebody pause that, please? Somebody pause their mic, mute their
I
mic.
think that's Prince.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Prince. Appreciate that. But I want to say this. I noticed for a long time in the chats, people want to hear certain particular people how they like to speak. If there's certain dispute or there's something they don't like it, we cannot have that because you know that person a long time. Because you feel that person feel that's how you feel. No, I'm not gonna run my damn channel like that. Everybody has a right to say what they have to say, and we just gotta find out the solution. What's right is right, and we have to understand that things do involved. And we have to understand that. You know how the person was raised. That's how the person was raised at that time. Because that I'm not gonna say that's all they know, but that's how it was in that time. So we have to respect the times how they was raised. Just as I use me as example. Sonny, let me have this, please. Cause sometimes things, yeah, I understand the truth, but this is what I'm saying like this, that we just cannot say the truth, just the truth. It's gotta be a broader truth. Because I give you case in point. I'm gonna use me as example. This is a true story. There are people were saying when I was coming up, oh, you were special, you retarded. Oh, you didn't do those things. They ain't known I was going to the library. They ain't known I was going to play ball. They ain't know I was in a lot of things. But you know what happened? But see, somebody put that on them. That was their truth. Until they understand where I'm coming from and what I stand for, how I was raised and everything. Because this is how the gender war started up too. And so what happened was for a long, long time, people had this stigma in me. I mean, had the stigma about me until they see the person who I am. But those are the ones got fooled. So I had to understand that, yeah, the truth is the truth. But let's understand that. Let's evolve in the truth. Let's understand, let's take a step back and understand that's how they make. And so in another way we can find out, we can all find out the truth together.
Right.
And that's the thing that I'm searching for. That's the thing that I want on this panel. I mean, want on my channel. And I'm going to demand it, and I'm going to have it.
Right.
You know, and that's what, and I like this. I'm not talking about here because if we go to other channels in the other spaces, Sheila knows what I'm talking about. Prince knows what I'm talking about. James talking about, and even the ones on there, they figure, yo, this is what's going on, and that's what it is. But the truth is right in front of your face if you're not willing to change it. But they don't want to do it, and that's why they had people there. You had to say, I'm not knocking the other channels out there. If you're not that channel, when you're hearing me, I'm not talking about you, so I'm not pertaining. So don't even come with the garbage with me. You putting it out like if you think I put it like that. What I'm saying is this: that there are things that's happening right now that I'm talking about the space don't even want to deal with. But they figure, like, oh, this is the truth. You gotta understand. They forcing to listen. If you're not willing to change for the truth, I can't be around you. But see, this dialogue right there is great because at least I find out what Press think about, find out what Sheila's all about, James J was coming about, and everything, and we could find solutions. But them other channels, they want to start things up, and majority of them don't even have channels.
Right. And you know what, underrated? I'm glad you're saying that because come on, let's be realistic here. Majority's talking points they have is for a European point of view when they're talking about marriage is business. Because you look at our ancestors and they keep on saying we don't have culture. Our culture started at home, marriage, family first. So
Yeah, but
I'm
family first.
surprised that you
Yeah, I
have
agree
a
with you.
black household telling their sons and daughters when you get married about a business. I know
Let me say this.
financial stable and stuff like that, helping one another. But I'm be honest, when you talking like that, that's pimping. Prostitution. Let's keep it real here. We're gonna keep it real. Only person talk like that is a pimp.
What are
Will
you
talk
talking
like
about? We
that.
talking about
I'm talking. No, let's keep it. Let's keep it real
One at
now.
a time.
Let's keep it real.
One,
Let's keep it
Where you
real.
going?
Let's
one
keep it
at a
real.
time. One at a time. One at a time.
Can
One at a
I
time.
respond to that? Can I respond to that? First of all, man, you know, yeah, you listen to that live because that's basically what that king was doing. All right. So at the end of the day,
No, I'm
let's go.
talking truth.
Let me say this. Let me say this, Sheila. I'm not coming up here to argue with nobody. I don't really get down like that. I'm coming
No,
here
I
to
ain't
put what I
arguing.
know, dude. But you throwing shots at somebody on how they live. You can't do that. Because I'm not talking about nothing ignorant, and I'm talking about them. They asked me a question: how are we gonna fix this? I
Yes.
mean, if you just like, you know what I'm saying, the separate the man on this side and the woman in this household, y'all like it. The traditional marriage is done in America, man. It's done.
I
Nigga, nigga,
disagree. I disagree because the end of the day
done.
is come
It's
on.
done to
That's our
me.
roots. That's our roots. Let's not
Well, why
forget.
we
See, you know what?
why are we rejecting?
We
My
had strayed
grandmama didn't
from.
reject it. My grandmama didn't
We
reject it.
had strayed
I
from
didn't
our
reject it.
ancestors, our roots, because we want to be fit in. We want to be something.
And you trade off your ancestors that just left here about 20 years ago or 15 years ago. Mine was 11 years ago. So we ain't like it's been a 50 years straight. Because even in the dynamic, when we had the cracker on our back and the cracker was busting our head wide open to the white meat, we had that, what, 75, 80% of the time, you know what I'm saying? And them Negroes were still doing what the old black women knew what the black man was doing, as long as that black man was taking care of that business and handling his business. And then everybody didn't, and everybody did not co-sign with the bullshit. You had shotgun weddings. They didn't let these young buck niggas just come up in the house and goddamn get their daughters pregnant. If they didn't have the right intentions, they would blow them Negroes' heads off. They was criminals and doping niggas anyway. You know what I'm saying? Because they didn't want to do right by the game. That's what my grandmama did with my sister, by the way, in the early 80s. You understand? And that nigga, he answered the proper question right motherfucking time. So I don't want to hear nothing about that. Yeah, I saw the old school shit going on around this way. But the problem is that's the mindset right now because they thinking the square niggas pimping.
No,
They think
no.
everybody, but that's why women don't want to get married to them. They think the square motherfucker pimping. You
You
know what I'm
sound
saying? And
angry.
then, no, I'm not angry about nothing.
You
Well,
do,
you're the
Prince, because
one.
in the
No,
day is
no. Well, I'm
if
not
we're gonna
angry about.
fix
I don't.
it.
No, I don't. I'm not. I'm not. I don't. I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna tell you right now. I don't. If I'm up, I'm up. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? And I'm comfortable. When I'm asleep, I'm asleep. When it's time for me to lay down, I don't lay down with this bullshit. So yeah, I going to get it on out my soul now. That's why my blood pressure stays at 128 over 86. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm 46. Okay? So I don't want to hear that. All I'm saying is this. You want to fix it. the next generation. You can't have this separatism. You know what I'm saying? And that's the game. That's the Willie Lynch letter. Male versus male. You know what I'm saying? Male versus female. Young versus old. You know what I'm saying? All this old crap. You know, black community, the only community. You know what I'm saying? Uh, they want their daughters to hook up with broke ass young niggas. All cultures. You know what
I
I'm saying?
disagree with that.
Hold on. Hold
Don't
on,
now you
man.
stereotyping.
How many?
Now you stereotyping
I
because it
can't
ain't just
generalize.
blacks. I'm you
No,
stereotyping
no,
them.
no, no, no.
Nah,
I only
no.
care about
You
black
don't know
issues.
because you don't see other ones. I see
I
it.
don't.
See, I
I'm
don't
talking
just
about
have
black
blacks in
issues.
my family.
Well, you talking about. So what are you on? You asked me, am I about black issues? I'm talking about black issues. Now you want to throw in the other races?
All
No.
right, good.
If you man,
Don't
see,
don't try to
no, you
downgrade us to
can't.
saying it's just
All
us.
right,
Don't do that.
all right.
I'm talking about our problems and about downgrading. See, let me finish this and I'm done. I'm gonna get back to you. If you want to talk, if you own liberation of black people in America, you got to talk about the downtrodden of what black the negative side of black people doing. I don't want to get into the long-winded talking about. I'm tired of it. This is
So
2022,
we could
and
do
I'm
that. We could do
tired of
that.
talking about what the
We
white
could do it.
man
We could
doing.
talk about
We know what
the
he's doing.
negative. We could talk about the negative.
But I'm not talking about negative in the plot in a way like. Uh, no, I'm coming with a solution behind it though. When we
Yes.
go on, yes, that's what I do. That's what I do. I don't do this complaining. I complain on a movie. I didn't make it. I don't have no control on it. I can complain on it, but I gave the story context behind the movie. I'm not gonna play around with it. But go ahead, Ronda.
I would say this, right? Because I want to get into something else and everything. It's stuff because I'm saying for me, I'm traditional. I am traditional how I do things, but it seems. But I'm letting y'all know traditional. It seems like it's a negative thing. It's a negative thing. You be traditional because for me, if I see things unnatural, it's unnatural. If it's not right in God's eyes, hey, listen, I'm not rolling with it. But this is the thing that I feel that we need to talk about more about it is that unnatural is getting in the way of relationships, getting in the way of marriage, and also getting in the way of family relationships.
Yes.
And I think that we better need to talk about that. And then you don't have to like believe, but people say you believe in God, but I'm letting I'm letting y'all know there are natural things that's really happening for a long time. It had broke up marriages. And I'm not talking about what about cheating. No. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about unnatural things in God's eyes. I know people say you don't believe in God. I'm talking about I see marriage has broken, family has been breaking up, and then at the same time, when they found out they was wrong, then later on I apologize. It's too late then, and that's what we have to talk about that because I'm saying for me, I made changes in my life to strive to be better. And I had people had told me that something wrong with me because I don't like to watch certain things on there, or there are certain things, or there's certain things that I know is unnatural, or there's certain things that I know that people trying to hurt other people. And I had people come and tell me that something wrong with me. But at the same time, I'm still here, and so we have to understand that the devil come all in shapes and forms. And we have to understand he is fooling a lot of people out here. He has hurting a lot of people out here, and he's not going to stop. And we better have, and that's what I'm saying. You meet that person, Y'all two work it out together. Do not have your family involved all the time. Do not have your friends all the time. I'm not saying that it's bad. I'm not saying it's good, but you have to be balanced because there are some toxic people out here. They don't care about relationships. They do not care about family. They don't care about prosper to be, strive to be better. You got to get them out. And I know it's hard. I know it's hard to really hearing people, but I'm telling you, if you do not do that, you could miss out of a good person. The opposite of sex could make you happy. I know exactly what I'm talking about. I know exactly what I'm talking about. So on my end, I don't let only let certain people know. But other than that, my camp is very, very small because I know the bigger camp that I know in the past, they negative. They anti being together. They anti everything, anything that makes another person happen, even better yourself. They anti, so why I should be around that. So we have to have a stronger stance in that. And I hope that we could talk about that in the near future because it's happening. I'm telling, especially us as a people, we are dwindling in a worse way. The media is in charge of our household.
Underrated. Now, and that's all I want. I'm glad you said that. Now, who you think the most treacherous could be the treacherous one on this panel? Let's keep it real. Prince.
No,
Who
I'm
you
the most
think on this
treacherous.
panel right here? On this panel, who could be the most treacherous one on this panel?
Show ain't Prince Pierre, because I'm an honorable guy. I don't do fuck shit to nobody.
No, I'm saying we're gonna talk about gender war,
Oh,
but we're gonna talk about
well,
male, female.
shit, man. You got historical goddamn
I'm
content.
gonna tell you, it's the
You treacherous
female.
than me.
It's the female. Let me tell you something. Even the Bible talks about us. Which I built in decades, we could tear down in a couple of weeks.
Oh, see?
Now I'm gonna keep it real. Everything you build, I could swallow you into the bed. I could have a child by you, and you could be married. I could destroy your whole household. I could destroy your business. Everything you created, the enemy could use me to destroy you. He even could use me to get you to kill you. So that's what I'm saying. I already know how we could be used. Is that being naive or just no? And that's why I thank God for blessing me with two beautiful daughters. Because the end of the day is we are the keeper of our body. And our first teachers is at home. And that's why I had taught my daughters. You don't have a child till you get married. And if you have a child, you're not taking that guy to child support. I don't believe in child support. Because there was nobody in that bed with you when you slept with him. Because child support to me in my head is like another part of slavery.
It is.
You know?
It's
So the end of the day is
debt of slavery, it's debt of prison.
if we're going to talk about different stuff, let's talk about different stuff. How the enemy will use us against y'all. And I'm not just saying this. I experienced this even through a job position. It was me and another black male. And they told me they were going to give me the position knowing I ain't had more experience. And I told them no. And if they do, I won't get them for discrimination. So the end of the day is we only can allow the enemy do so much.
Well, yeah, that's
And
fine.
that's why I said not everybody, some like that, because at the end of the day is that's my bread and butter. No, because I like to do things, and that's not everybody right. Is I'm perfect? No. But I had to sleep at night. And I taught my kids that. You know? So the end of the day is I could be used. I'm more treacherous than you are. And that's
Can I tell
why
you what I agree with you on, so we can get to
Mhm.
so we can get some common ground. You know, I read the ISIS papers. You know what I'm saying, about
Yeah.
7, 8 years ago, and she said that in the black community, it shouldn't be any marriages before 30. Shouldn't be no marriages and no child conceived before 30. And I looked at that and I said, I got to think about that. I didn't agree with it. I didn't disagree. I had to think about that. And I just kept that in my mind. See, I didn't make a decision on the then. I said that's a time period answer. Now I gotta go study humanity in the black community. You know, study the politics by the compensatory code is public relations and human interaction. So we say we ain't a
I
political
like that.
people. Yeah, we political, sir. We do political. We do political damnation against ourselves every single day. That's just being real. And then I say, yeah, because that's what's wrong. See, when you get 30 and 35, you get all that want to be a player out your system. If you're playing like you're supposed to in your 20s and you're 18, from 16 if you're a boy till you're 30, and if you're a girl, you hope it's 20 or whatever. You hope she's gonna get married early, but if she don't, get that out of the system, go on, do her college years. 23 she ready, so by 27 she ready to go. But they saying the girl scene say 30, because all that shit's out your system, and then you got a plan. You should be financially stable, or you should be right there at the brink, a year or two away from being in your field and be making the money, and then you're good. It ain't about the money, but it's about being successful. Because people want to be around successful folks. That's
Right.
why
Right.
they gravitate to hip hoppers and they gravitate to the people on the street. Because
Negative.
by the
Negative. Right.
by the numbers, the stats, the dead green white hypocrites in somebody's pocket, they see it as immediate success. It ain't long-term success, and we know that. That's what I'm talking about. So the mindset has got to be handling your business. So what I'm talking about is, yes, unionization is you're going to have a political plan on how you can bullet point. It is not going to be one all be all in it. You're going to have to pick what you want first. Well, that's what I say what we need. We need an economic educational plan for our babies. This is what I mean.
And that's that plan to put out.
Hold on.
Is that plan to put our black male back in their positions in leadership? Because that's what we missing too.
Yeah, well, that's what we need. Because we need to get trades. So we're just going to give an example. Not I'm a fan of him, but I remember he gave Donald J. Trump gave HBCs a whole lot of money, right? When I heard he did that, this came to my mind. I said, shit, our black folks, why we just don't unify and say, go to when he was in the office, or whoever's with the some bitch in there. But when he was in the office, walked in there, had a plan together, and say, every black child that's born will have a free education from pre-K to doctrine, and include trade schools. The abortions, before they get abortions, black abortions are in overnight, because now black women are like, oh, I got me a Messiah. That's a secret Messiah game. And it was already giving money to the HBCUs. I said HBCUs, that's game, you know what I'm saying, to get it. And you build up your own universities and trade schools and all that right there.
You're not trying to do that, Prince. It sounds good, but
that ain't about the see. The key is you want about what they're trying to do. That's when the political strategy that I ain't right. Ain't that what? That's one of the pillars that wasn't even talking about. Dr. Claude, that's when you got to play the politics. You got to buy, lease, and rent. Yes, it's gonna cost money to get that. You're gonna have to. Them other races come over here and invest. I understand what we went through, but God damn it, you're gonna have to play this game. What we've been trying to do the whole time after the civil rights movement, and we've been trying to circumvent the game, you're gonna have to play the shit. Our way, but you're gonna have to goddamn get people in there that can go get what you want, and you're gonna have to buy them, rent them, and lease them. If you want to create your own, create your own. I mean, you're gonna have to play this game. We're already getting left behind. So what we gonna do, man? You know what I'm saying? What we gonna do? You can't keep saying, well, they ain't gonna let us do it because you ain't playing the political. Now look at what
we have where I'm at. We have my nephew, he got his own business, and my niece and everything. So my family did good. But yeah, that's really like
what I'm talking about is pretty much the Muammar Gaddafi situation over there where he got murdered, right? That's what he goddamn did. And he just told you when you leave, go on over there, goddamn what's his name? You know what I'm saying? Go to John Hopkins and go to the Mayo Clinic and go to them NYUs and them big time schools and the Berkeleys in there and go get the information and bring it back. Same. That's what the Mexicans doing. They coming over here getting information, bringing and they do shit and having business.
But you know what? Go ahead, because it's a lot. When you get into that, it sounds easy, but Prince, it's not. And I'm telling you that sitting at the table, have the plan, the blueprint, and all that stuff. It's not that easy like everybody think it is.
No, it ain't easy. It's not. It's not easy.
Yeah, I mean,
it comes down to trust. But see, it ain't about trusting in the person. It's trusting in the duty, trusting in the purpose.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
Because I'm done. I'm gonna say this and I'm done. Because soon as they come and talk about let's do that, they're gonna talk about something. But we need to do that first. Okay, so we don't want to invest in the babies first, nigga. Get the baby secure. That's what we got to get secure first. Hell, I mean, I'm not worrying about. Hey man, we trying to get grown folks together. That's done. Somebody said something about that. It's easy. I think that's Frederick Douglass. It's easy to raise strong children to fix broken men. Come on, man. So we need to get the babies in order. So they can goddamn get on out here and get in these trades and get in these and create our own. Let's get.
I'm glad you said the baby. So where the baby start at? Where the education and stuff start at home, right? No, but start at home, right? So now, majority generation, if they don't have that input, how they gonna put it inside their babies, their kids? Because you have a lot of single young parents.
Yes, you do.
And that's why I'm saying that.
A lot of singles.
Yes, and that's why I'm saying it sounds good and everything, but I'm not. I don't talk it, I walk it. And let me tell you something. I've seen a lot of stuff.
I'm going on there. Another thing that they did. I'll go back to Muammar Gaddafi. What he used to do, the little welfare they were giving, like they give women not be with a man. No, what Gaddafi did. Oh, he got his ass busted. He got dumb trying to do the Dinar. That wasn't smart. Let's be real. So I will talk about the mistakes and the dumb shit, but I will talk about what's positive and what.
I like what you said that because I like what you said that, Prince, because they would give a woman money to have a child, but what about the father? If you give her place and food stamps, why not get the mail?
But see, this is the thing about this, and I want to continue. Whoa, gotta mute your mic, brother. Prince. Yeah, but see, it's the thing about that, Sheila. How many people was willing to talk with you and Prince talk about right now in the space? Come on, we got to be honest now. The information is out there.
But I don't even talk about this. I talk about this in real life. In this space, they don't talk about stuff. They don't even talk about our females molesting our young boys, school teachers molesting their students. They don't even talk about stuff like that.
I give you a case in point before I'm gonna go on the next point. This is my time. To shout out to Ticket TV. Shout out to Ticket. And I will do a chopper with Ticket TV. He already confirmed that with me sooner or later. It's gonna be soon. So you know what he had yesterday, Sheila? He was showing women dressing provocatively are teachers. And it was if you would have been there as a mother, you would have shook your head. And again, I'm not knocking women, but what some of the women be saying, oh, what about the men? And he already talked about the men. But you should see how these women was dressing with their titties out. You should see how they was dressing.
Underrated. I already know because we had to pass the dress code for our teachers up here. Remember I was running for board education, and it got so when I walked in school, I couldn't tell a teacher from the students, the female ones.
Right, and see, this is the thing about they always say, "Oh, you always talk about the little boys. What about the little girls?" They expose little girls. The little girls exposed too, and so this is the thing about that. And he kept on showing it. Look at this. Do you think this is appropriate? It was actually a teacher. He was sitting. It was a child was sitting on the table. It looked like she getting ready to give him a lap dance. But there are people out there think it is the child's fault. So it's a child's fault that a beautiful young girl sitting at a table And then the teacher's not the farmer, so she had to look at her ass. Excuse my language. Look at her behind. But in this space, they think, oh, you just pick it, you just pick it. And he showed as example after example after example after example. Again, shout out to Ticket TV. Shout out to you.
I watched that.
Well, it's on there. It's just type of Ticket TV. It's on there. And I'm telling Sheila, and I'm being honest with you, and I'm being honest with brother Prince, and I bring in James J. Even people that I'm saying like this: if you have young kids, tell them to go in the room. If you had teenagers, like preteens, also tell them to go in the room. If they teenager like 15, I said 16, 17, they need to watch this. It is very, very disgusting. And there are actually women was making excuses. They said, you don't know what she had. What is you talking about? And Ticket, what happened was, Ticket, once you come up, miss, and sister, then let's talk about this. Not one of them want to talk. They always making excuses. Again, I'm not talking to all women because all women is not like that. But I'm talking from yesterday. They talking about, oh yeah, there's too many men on here. So Ticket, so Ticket said, all right, I told the guys to leave. No problem. So we can come. So you can come up there. Not one time they didn't want to come up there. See, this is the thing that people have to understand. When women advocate for children, this is what y'all have to go through. This ain't making it hard for y'all. But the sad thing about it, y'all not getting no help. And we ain't going to talk about the men because there are some men feel disgusted over this. And also, I'm going to bring up this other thing too. If y'all remember back the Million Man March back in 1995, Minister Farrakhan was talking to the Cuba. What his name again? Dang, he passed away a long time ago. Oh my God, it slipped my mind. Well, anyway, Cuba was going to send money to the United States. So anybody that wants to deal with nursing, they would go to Cuba and they would teach them medicine for free. But the only thing is that I forgot his name. I forgot the Cuban prime minister name. But he would say, but you got to come back to the black community and serve them. And you know what happened? Bush shot it down. Bush said, you should go, you should do it for all people. Said no. Because at that time, if you people don't understand, at that time, the trade schools of different majors, it was taken away from our community. It was taken away in our community. So again, it has to come. It got to come from us. It got to come from us. But see, they figure out, it's all about education. Education, yes, but we also got to. How about the one that they cannot make it? I'm not making education, but I'm just saying they go trade school. You hear what I'm saying? You keep the family together. You hear what I'm saying? And that's the thing we got to bring back to that does help in everything. So, but what I'm gonna do, I gotta get ready to go because I gotta take care. I definitely gotta take care of this thing. I've been putting this off for a long time, and plus I gotta get ready for tomorrow because I'll be out of town going to DC, and I will be broadcasting that as JT is about. It's out and about. That'd be part 14. It's in the channel, so I got to get ready for that too for tomorrow. So watch out for that. I'll be out of town. So Sheila, make your last remarks. Brother Prince, make your last remarks, and Brother J. I'm surprised you ain't saying that. Make your last remarks.
I just want to say thank you again for allowing me to be on your panel. And Prince, that's a good. We had a good conversation, and I have a blessed day. Everybody on the panel and the chat. It's always a pleasure to be among my brothers, and just we agree, disagree, and just keep it going, and so have a blessed day.
You do the same. Thanks again. Appreciate you. Okay, Brother Prince, last remarks.
Yeah, let me say this, man. Yeah,
you're breaking up, bro.
social dynamics, man, you're gonna have passion about it. If you don't, then you're gonna be talking about social dynamics and power. Bottom line is, what do you want? You know, people to shit on. Yes, but what are you talking about? You can go to Barnes and Nobles and get. You can. If you're going to go in there and ask them, yeah, you got this book? Yeah, we can order it for you. Well, I'm going in there on Amazon. No plug for them. It is what it is. Or go to the black book store and get it. And sometimes they got to order it. So what are you talking about the internet? Everybody works the internet now. And then what we got to do is, it's just common knowledge. It's just studying the past, find out the mistakes they made in the past, and try to correct the mistakes in the past. You know, that's like we talk about the Ma'afa. That's never again. You know what I'm saying? How the Jews talk about what they went through. Well, we got a thing called Ma'afa. Never again. So we don't want to repeat the same mistakes. Now, what we're doing now is we're repeating the same mistakes now for the last 40 years now. Still doing the same thing after the crack epidemic. And we done conquered the crack over almost 20 years now. And we still doing crack shit. So what are we talking about? It's just reality. You know what I'm saying? So as I close is, it's just information needs to empower you. Like John Henry Clark said, whatever spirituality that you practice, if it's not a liberation spirituality, you need to throw it in the garbage can of your mansion. Yes, I got it off YouTube in 2009. Okay? So it is what it is. Somebody told me about it, and I went and I found it, and I heard him say it. So why are you talking about the internet? We on the internet now, talking on one of the, probably the second leading search engine, which is YouTube under Google, under the umbrella of Google. So
Yeah.
man, come on, man, let's stop. Peace and blessings. I'm glad to be on your show. Glad we get some information out. And I'm out, man. And have a good day.
Thank you. Appreciate you, Brother Prince. J&J, last remarks, please.
Man, we can have our agreements and disagreements, have our wants and wants, and have our needs and needs, man. I didn't want to go over people, man, because it ain't my thing. No. I try not to make it my thing no more. Cause I've been talking over people, and then they disagree with me. You do this and you do that, but I heard you on that. What's it called too? I heard you on that Ticket TV with the teachers. You know what I'm saying? Just like
It's ridiculous. It is. It's ridiculous. And then, and so this is the thing that some men and some women. No, I'm sorry. Go ahead, J. Go ahead.
Yeah, but just like just like that leaders of the new school song say, teaching us nonsense, but they can show us nonsense too. But I'm telling you this, there, Mr. JT, man, this is I've been listening to y'all, for years and years.
I appreciate that.
And so Muhammad is one too, though.
Man, I miss somebody. Yeah, we got to do something for him, man. I miss that brother so much, man. Yeah, and we're gonna do a tribute to him. I'm trying to get that done before the year's out. And now let me now J&J, you let them know that when I'm saying, oh, no problem, Brother Prince. As always, you family, you family, Sheila family. Now, James, I'm asking you this question. What I say about what happened at Ticket TV yesterday, am I lying about that?
No, you ain't lying about that.
There you go. I want people to understand. Go to Ticket, right? Go to Ticket TV and pull it up.
It's on there. I'll be what's the call?
Man, listen, you're gonna see, just like James J, you're gonna see some stuff, family, that will shake your head. And I'm saying, pay attention to what Ticket TV is showing you, but also I want you to pay. And then ain't no knocking. I'm gonna get you on JSPOG. I'm gonna get you, but you gotta see what's going on with how these people feel. These people do not want our young boys and young girls to be protected. They don't want that.
Especially us.
We have to understand that.
Especially us.
They
Especially
don't
us.
want that. They don't want that. But before I get out of here, we got brother J Speed OG. I want you to go support the brother. He always there for our people, and at the same time, we appreciate you. So shout out to you. Good morning, brother
Good
J
morning,
Speed.
brother. How's it over there in New York? How's it feeling over there on that East Coast?
I haven't been in New York so for a
You
while.
have been there? All right, okay. All right, that flooding.
I'm originally from New York, but
Oh, okay.
I've been in Virginia for 10 years, but I do have a still post New York. So far, New York is okay, but New York is New York.
Yeah, okay. It's always gonna be New York,
Yeah,
New York.
peace and black empowerment,
Hey,
man. The
hey,
OG.
Prince.
Go
Prince,
ahead,
what's
talk to
going
me.
on with you? You know, I'm starting a new
I ain't
channel
doing
called
nothing,
The War
man.
Room. I
Chilling.
need you over there.
You need me over there? I
Yeah,
got some fire, baby. I'm
yeah,
here.
cause I'm looking for
I'm
soldiers. I'm looking for soldiers who's funny, who's ready to fight and get a lot of information because we ain't getting it. We ain't getting it. Eh,
Jay Speak, you need to go to my channel.
Yeah,
And I know
man.
I'm a struggle channel right now, and I got
All
some
right, well put
information I
it.
just put out this morning.
Yeah, matter of fact,
I'll
Prince,
put it in the
you
link
can put
right
it in the
now.
chat.
And you can,
Yeah,
Put it in
put
the
it in
chat
it.
so I can
Yeah,
go
put it in the chat.
subscribe
Put it in the chat. Yeah.
because
So
I'm
I'm
gonna put it in there right now.
okay, thank you, brother. Appreciate you.
and JM, J twenty one
Appreciate
twenty
it,
one.
Mr. JT.
How you doing? How you
Yeah,
doing this morning,
appreciate
sir?
y'all, man.
I hope you and
I'm
your
doing all
family's
right,
doing well.
man.
Oh,
Yeah.
hope you and your
I ain't got
family's
no
doing
family.
well.
Man. I'm all with no
Well,
kids.
when I say family, I mean
Yeah.
family. It don't have to be blood. It could just
Right.
be people who's traveling on the same road you travel. Good Samaritans.
Yes.
Yes, yes, sir. So, underrated.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
You
Yeah, but
know I'm gonna put you in there.
listen,
I
Uh,
appreciate that. I want to
let
fight.
me
I'm ready to fight.
we
Oh
go
yeah.
fight.
Oh, J Speed.
let
Do
me get
yourself a
started.
favor before the day is out. I want you to go check. I talked about the man last night. I think you will like it. I went
Yeah.
hard. I went hard. I said like, man in this space, we don't stick together.
No, we don't. Well, it's kind of hard for us to stick together when we acting like the women on the View. And you know how they get up
Yeah, I
in the
know,
morning time and fight. So, but I don't think. I think what I have come to believe in this space, especially in certain parts of this space, I don't believe they want us to get better because it just. I mean, I started to see guys getting on the internet and they start showing off their clothes and jewelry. And I be like, damn, what is this? A lingerie party or something? Shit, I be like, what the hell is going on here? So, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't mind
Fashion show.
people. Yeah, I don't get, I don't mind people being successful. But one thing I learned about successful people, they're not show offs. So I'm
No.
trying to figure out where they're going with this. You know what I mean? So, but I know Reverend Ike when I see one. So I'm just here to be the promote thought. I'm not here to change nobody's mind or anything. I'm just here to promote thought, and that's what I've been doing ever since I've been. But now I'm kicking all the shit off my shoes while I'm in these streets. So, so I got a few brothers that I go in and I support in any way I can. Brothers who have stayed the course, who stayed studied, might not, and this is what we can't get so high or low about underrated. I got less than on this channel. This is my new channel. I got less than 490 and something people, but I got over 60,000 a watch hour. That's a feat. That's a feat. If you have that, mean I looked at my
Yes,
Google
sir.
search. I looked at my analytics. Most of my stuff come from Google search. 33% come from Google search. 33% comes from return, and the other is just obsolete. So that just shows you, people like you think underrated that people really come to your channel every day and want to listen to you every day. You don't want that type of listening because if you got that kind of listener, that means that you ain't making somebody grow and promote thought. People usually go come in your channel and get filled, and you might not see them for about like a month. They might come in and give you a thumbs up and keep on moving.
More than that, bro.
Yeah, and so we got to understand the
Mm-hmm.
people that we see, these 2,000 people going from channel to channel. Most of these people are addicted. They are more addicted to YouTube than they are crack. You know what I mean? So if
Right.
you got people coming in every once in a while and supporting your channel and just backing off, that's what you really want. I'd rather be in an empty box with 3 people planning something than have 700 people in my damn chat room and we ain't talking about shit. We ain't doing shit. Talking about getting together and meeting in another city just to get drunk and show each other how much we can buy high price liquor or beer or champagne. Come on, man. What we turn this shit into a strip club?
Yeah,
So
exactly.
I'm not looking for that kind of. I'm not looking for them type of brothers. I'm looking for the brothers who wants to go out there, especially the young brothers who want to go out there and build themselves and get their own think tank. Get a little information from those OGs and go out there and build their own stuff. You know what I mean? That's what I'm looking for. The numbers ain't never represent anything but numbers. That's all it represent. Because
Yeah.
if you got 1,000 motherfuckers, you say, okay, we're going to meet down here. We're going to protest this Asian boutique salon or whatever shop we want to, and 3 people show up, you already know you got a bunch of idiots listening to you. So, and they ain't ready to make no moves. They
Yeah,
ain't ready to make no
JP, you
plan.
want to go protest, why you just don't take your money over there? Or the sisters need to go on and start their own beautician
Right.
or their own, nail salon and take your dollar over there.
Yeah,
And don't worry about them.
that's the best way to protest. But you know what? A better way, sometimes a good way to sometimes. I remember one time back in 1992, I went into one of these old Asian 99-cent stores. Oh man, that lady followed me and talked shit to me. She made me feel like I was 3 years old until I got off my knees and started talking shit to her. I said, look here. You know damn well in your country and your heritage, you don't talk to older men like that. If you do, they beat the shit out of you. And so I tell you what I do. I went home. This has been 1993. Just got my computer. I went and print some flyers up and talked about another shop down the street that a brother on, but he always getting up late. But I did put his address in his shop, and every customer came out of their shop. I stood right there on that sidewalk and passed that damn flyer. That lady came back out there and apologized to me. She was looking at me like I was Jesus Christ. But see, sometimes people don't know how to protest. You know what I mean? You could protest by sending people in another direction versus telling a person you can't come there. Just send them into another direction. That's exactly what you just got through saying, Print.
That's
Instead of
true.
saying, don't go in here,
Yep.
give them a flyer where they can go.
Yeah. But I want to say this though too. I'm glad both of your brothers is here. And I just want to thank y'all because it's all about paying homage to brothers that understand your vision. The flight is different, but understand your vision. I want to thank your brothers for the bottom of my heart to be there for me to understand what I want to do. I don't want you to let you know. I want to let you know from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. I want to thank you, brother J Speed OG, and I want to thank you, brother Prince. All I'm just trying to do, I'm just a warrior. I just want to fight. I just want to fight for our people to be part of the human race. I just want to do whatever I can on this earth to be there and learn from the ones in the past and keep that going. And I just want to let y'all know that I appreciate. Thank you so much to keep on supporting it. Thank you for supporting this underrated vision, my broader vision that I want to do. And I want to thank y'all I want to thank y'all two brothers so much. Thank y'all. And this ain't no punk shit. These are real brothers, and I know other brothers too. But I got them here, and I want to thank y'all. Thank y'all
Well,
so much to stick by me because people had left me because I'm trying to do the right thing. They don't think this is nothing, but I want to thank both of y'all. Thank y'all. Y'all keep it going.
all right. And so before everybody leave, get them likes up. And always when you listen to these videos and this brother videos, which are just put the thumbs up. You know what I mean? Subscribing is good. If you don't want to subscribe,
You don't
putting the
have to.
thumbs up is free. You know what I mean? Just
Mhm.
promote us in that way. You know what I mean?
Mm. Y'all keep on going. Y'all keep on going.
Oh,
But
I thought the crickets was about to come in.
no, 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 no. I just want. I just. It was on my mind and my manifested spirit. I want to let you know. Thank y'all.
So where you
That's
see us at in the next? Where you see this space at in the next 3 years?
done. It's done already.
Okay.
I don't see us anything now. The ones that is trying to do what's good and everything, I think that they got to make certain decisions. But I'm saying it's done. It's deteriorate. It's deteriorating. It's a. We don't want better. We don't want better, bro. I being honest. You know, nobody. I just. I'm saying we don't want better. We just feel that we don't want to go back and learn from the ones in the past that paved the way. We don't want to listen about like you, and we don't want to accept change. And change got to come within you. You have to understand the history. You have to understand again the one that paved the way, and that this space has shitted on for a long time. They feel that tradition is no good. I'm a traditional person, so that's the way it is. I do believe in God, and I do things. I do things the way that it should be, and I am a warrior. I am a fighter in my own way. You know, hey, if it's some injustice, I'm going to stick for it. I will stick up for my black woman, and I stick up for my black brother. But any brother or sister that are toxic, I'm not protecting.
You right about that?
And I'm very firm of that.
Yeah, I don't made a. I guess I don't made a lot of people hate me up in these spaces.
They don't like.
Yeah, I don't. You know what? But I'm like the minister says. If there is a friendship that I had to lie to myself to be your friend, that's one friendship I don't want.
Right.
Yeah, I just don't want that friendship because I know ain't nothing gonna go become of it. Nothing. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of people I just like, I'm one of these like different like brothers. Like when I be going on these people channel, I be trying to tell these people, don't even subscribe to me. Don't subscribe. Just hit me the thumbs up. Don't subscribe to me. Please don't. Because I stay under the radar. See, one thing I learned about secret about this YouTube versus my first channel when I got over 1,000 monetized and all that, I found out I have more freedom of speech. More freedom of speech when you're under 1,000. Anyway, under 1,000, they're not paying that too much attention. You could just go on your stuff. They won't even pay a commercial on your shit. So, I mean, if you make your stuff so toxic, and when I say toxic, I mean my toxic means the truth. If you make your stuff so true, they don't even put commercials because they don't know what kind of commercials or ad to put with your shit. Because you go beat down a lot of the commercials. You know we live in a country right now. It's really a corporation. It's not a country anymore. So if they can't make money off of you, they ain't trying to advertise anything on your shit. That shit is gonna go good still. So I just like stay. I'm gonna keep a couple of my. I got about 7 channels. I'm gonna keep a couple of my channels. I got over 7 channels, man. That people in this space don't even know about at least 3 of them.
I got 2 channels. I ain't touched like in about almost 5 years.
Yeah,
Still
go
in
ahead and
existence.
touch
I
them
just
a
don't touch
little.
them.
Yeah, touch them a little bit because
Okay.
you don't want to lose them. You know what I mean? Especially when
Yeah.
you've been there for a while, and then it's YouTube gonna make it hard for people to come on and do live stuff, or they gonna let you put up stuff where they can regulate it. So for a lot of the people, YouTube is constantly making changes because YouTube is Google. They know they got a monopoly over all this shit. You see what I'm saying? Now, just like all the rest of them, music content makers back in the day when you can go down and download music, things do change fast. Things people go another, they club hop, they car hop, So we got to take advantage of why it's the way it is because I'm gonna tell you, it's gonna come a time when YouTube really start losing business. They gonna charge people to use their platform.
Yeah. I see that's coming right now. I really believe that.
Yeah, they go charge people to use their platform. Because think about it. You can go on and use all kinds of advertising. You can promote all kinds of stuff, even though they have it in they bylaws that ain't what you're supposed to do. But you can advertise anything on your channel, man. And so they ain't gonna go on for long, especially if there's people paying $1 million for 15 seconds to make a commercial, and then you can get on YouTube and open up to the world. And you ain't paying a damn thing. They paying you. They could be like, wait a minute, wait just a damn bit here. We providing all these goddamn computers. We providing all this power for people to use, and and we ain't gonna charge their ass. Or it's gonna become. You know how the phone company used to be, when they first came out, they gave you the phone free. You know what I mean? Like in Georgia, when phones, cellular phones first came out, flip phones or what the hell, the brick or the suitcase, whatever the hell they would give you the phone free, but you had to buy the service plan. The service plan was gonna kick your ass because they figure you ain't gonna have no phone if you ain't gonna use. I remember when my bill used to be back in the '90s. My bill was $300 something, man, to use a cellular phone, because they would charge your ass. You get 300 minutes free. That sounds, anything in hundreds in it. It sounds like it's really something. It ain't shit. When you get on that phone, you know how we Negroes, we can talk. You get on that phone, you get on there, you make one call, your 300 minutes is gone.
It's gone. Yeah, exactly.
And they would charge your ass, I don't know, it's 12 cents a minute, 14 cents a minute, but that shit was adding up by the end of the month. I always had my shit cut up off and cut back on. I'm like, shit, goddamn, this is the highest bill I got. This is a goddamn car note. You carry this motherfucker around in your pocket.
Right.
But people don't remember them days, man, when we was paying $300 and $400. I remember when I first came out, I say, one of these days, carrying this cell phone is gonna be like $20 a month. Somebody looked at me and said, man, you crazy as hell. There's no way in the world they're gonna be making that kind of money, and then all of a sudden they're gonna bring it down to $20 a month. And look where we at now. We was at 20 and we up to about 34, 45 with most carriers now, unlimited. Look at how things go, man. Just look at how shit goes. Shit you were paying $300 for. And there was some big ass, heavy ass phone. That was like living weight, especially that brick. Yeah. That motherfucker right there looked like a gun. I was scared to carry the motherfucker. Yeah. Motherfucker think I'm trying to rob something.
Now check it out, y'all. Yo, you remember Brother J Speed, when you first got the phone, you only get 25 minutes. That's it. You gotta remember that. That's all you had.
Yeah. And they were gonna eat your ass up by the end of the month. You going and busting open babies, piggy banks, all kinds of shit trying to get that phone bill because you got hooked on it. I mean, now, think about it. Like when it first came out, everybody was with the Beeple, right? And then the Beeple came out, and then they throwed in. They throwed in a message center with your Beeple. So if motherfucker can get in touch with you, they gotta always leave you a message. Yeah. And before you know it, you start using all that technology. You be like, fuck the phone at the house.
And then the voicemail, they used to charge you that too.
Yeah.
So, look. Just text me.
Yeah.
Right? Don't. Yeah.
And then we don't understand how this technology. Then they came out with the chirp. That wasn't nothing but a big ass walkie-talkie with a phone.
That chirp went hard. That chirp went hard. How y'all boys doing that chirp?
Yeah,
hey, what's going on?
Brother Pastor, $40. Yeah, thanks for coming.
Yeah, we look at this stuff. This stuff is happening so fast. Now I'm gonna tell you what's gonna be the biggest thing. If you got any money, please. These little Asian people, they don't do anything for free. You can pretty much follow their ass and you can see what's going to happen down the line because they making all the shit. They getting ready to push out all these dolls. Now I don't know if they're gonna have the trans dolls or they're gonna have the regular dolls, but these motherfuckers get ready to push out the dolls like Ford was pushing out the goddamn cars on the assembly line.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of
Model T.
yeah, a lot of these brothers waiting around for these dogs because they don't fucked up every chance they got as far as getting the woman. So we can make a lot of money on some of these goddamn old dry dick brothers, you know.
Go and listen to my live last night. You will love it. I'm telling you right now.
I'm going to listen. I'm going to listen to him. I'm going to put it in the background while I'm working in my office. Yeah, but yeah, we can make a lot of money. There's going to be a lot of dry brothers around here. They don't kill every chance they have to be with a woman. And they're too ashamed. They're too ashamed to walk around with one of them trans women. So, they moonlighting with them. But they moonlighting with them, but they ain't gonna tell nobody. Cause I see a lot of these brothers, they got a lot and popping lips. I know damn well they don't have my best interest.
So they like the licky, but when I'm talking
they
like that licking that stick.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell it be wanting. If in the war room. I'm gonna invite a trans person in my war room, and I'm gonna need to. There's some, I got a bone to pick with them in the first place, but there's some real quick, some real decent questions I would like to ask them.
Don't get mad, man.
No, I'm just saying. I mean, if there's another guy going around, a white guy going around all around the country and outside the country. He's asking questions too, but his question is nothing like the questions I want to ask. I want to ask questions like, when you first came into knowing what you were doing, was it an aphrodisiac? Was somebody cooking chitlins or something that made you feel that you?
How the second hole felt?
I mean, hey, you can talk about it, but I'm like, God damn.
But then I'm gonna ask questions like,
so I ain't using God name in vain on that. God
yeah. Hey, I'm gonna be asking questions like, when I go get a car and it's messed up and it's a lemon, I just consider that as bad deal. There's something about the shitty deal I have never ever wanted to do. I just don't like shitty deals. You know what I mean?
He do have shitty deal. He like the second hole to get plunged. I mean, the first hole of him get plunged in, so he know the deals.
Well, I'm old enough to know we got sucked into this. Back in the 70s, I would tell the brothers, back in the 70s, I was telling brother, if you go down on a woman, she ain't gonna never respect you. Look at us in 2022. Women are walking around talking about suck my dick. Yeah. I told brother, look, don't you be taking this integration too damn serious. But see, that's what happened. When we went on that side of the track, what did we learn? It's just like learning a new language. We always learn the bad shit first. We learn how to get high, and then we learn how to go down on a woman. And we never really figured this shit out because white women were jumping over high fences, 15-inch fences, to get over there to get with brothers. And we wasn't going down on them, so all that going down stuff wasn't as good as it was played up to be in the first place. So that's why I say we got sucked into this. And look at our women today. You know what I mean? If you ain't gonna go downtown, then we might well not even mess around. I'm like, okay, well, my father always told me, goddamn it, if it's strong in the backbone, you ain't never got to use your jawbone. So I just pass your ass on by. But it's just a shame to how evolution. You get to sit back and watch evolution in real time. Slow motion, fast motion, whatever you want to call it. All the things just in the last 20 years that we have seen change in our community. And I'm like this. We don't know who the hell we don't came involved with. I think we came out better. We had been visited by Mars, some people from Mars, some Martians. Because our behavior is off the scale. I'm serious. They got women. I was just looking at a track meet. They got women running around in track and draws now.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. FloJo had the tight. FloJo at least had the Jackie Joyner, and FloJo at least had the doggone tights with it. You know,
Right.
one leg again.
But they actually running in draws now. I mean, they going all on. By the time they don't did about 15, trots, they draws all up in their ass.
Yeah, man. I mean, they go to Victoria. They go to Victoria's Secret and buy
And
it.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm saying that Brazil had to change their outfit because them Brazil, we got 90 million Africans in Brazil. They just don't look like our dark tone, but there's more black people in Brazil than there is in America. And they had to tone down their uniform when it came to volleyball. But I'm looking at these women in the tracks, and I'm saying to myself here it is a white boy who broke all kinds of records. And he had on a whole bodysuit. And here these women think that they had to be out there running in draws. And this boy done broke every fucking record that it was ever put in water. What is it wrong with us that we keep not understanding what these people are doing to us and we so happy to do it? Now, that's the problem about it. We're so happy to do it before they get it out of their mouth, we already done did it. You know what I mean? I don't know, man. Like, I wouldn't even let my daughter be a cheerleader. But, shit, these girls are putting cheerleader uniforms together. Out of the window, pushing them out of the window. This shit they running around with. And I seen another girl with a high jump. It's almost like I seen her zip code address in her phone code when she came down and hit the ground. Mm-hmm. Legs all open, you know. And it's like almost she got a G-string on. And I'm saying to myself what the hell is going on here? What is going on here? As much as them guys with the gymnastic girls, every time you turn around, one of them was touching them in a nasty way.
AJ Speed, I got one for you. You know about it.
Go ahead.
Man, I want a woman that's classy, not showing all the ass.
Yeah, that's right. That's it.
Yeah, you was working with Martin back in the day. That's why I brought it.
And what y'all entertainers out there, basketball players, football players, rappers, artists, actors, don't get yourself involved with these what I call hobo families. You have a whole string of hoes in their family and they all passing around like they condoms. And then they get in your mind so much you got to go out there and start dating a man. That's bad. That's real bad.
But the pastor, you can add on. Come on, you can add on, brother pastor.
Yeah, come on, pastor.
Yeah, I'm just listening in, and y'all boys kick it up because I was just trying to handle some biz, but I was just listening to the conversation. So, matter of fact, I just want to pull up and say, have a good stream. I'll be listening in, okay?
Yes, sir. Yeah, right. Take care of that business now. Take care of that business.
Take care of that business.
Yeah, y'all heard about the thing with Lamar Odom. He get women. See, this is the problem. All right. Now you go out there and you get these women who don't have all these surgeries, right? And they become an illusion. It's like the minister said. I heard it in a speech. Let us make a man. He did it in New York, and he was talking about that we don't got so much into imitation. We go and buy orange juice out of the store, which we know is an imitation because if we ever squeeze the orange juice, you see that the juices are two different things. We don't get so into digesting imitation that we can't take real no more. So he got with that family, and all of them was made up like Dr. Frankenstein got a hold to him. And so he got so much into this imitation illusion of a woman that a man whose illusion is no different. Uh-huh. Look, but give me a robot any day. If I had to go across that track, just give me a damn robot and I'm cool with it. Now, I don't want neither one, but I'm just saying, I'm not going with somebody whose name is Hillary, but his name used to be Harry.
Right.
I'm just kidding. it took her. Harry still got a deep voice, and Harry still is a man too. And you know, you were out to ask who's gonna be abusing anybody if there was an abusive relationship, because Harry looks like a woman, but he still fight like a man.
Exactly. I'm not. Your name is Susan. I couldn't find your name is Sam. No.
Look like Jane fight like Tarzan, huh?
You're right,
Yeah.
right, quick, you know, and
Hey man,
I ain't. You know what? I ain't really mad at him because I need to know them ain't the soldiers I'm gonna put in my uniform. So I need to know. I want all of them to come out, come in, slide away from the bed, whatever the hell they at. We need to know, because we didn't know if somebody got our backs or looking at our backs. There's a major difference.
Yeah.
you know Jay Speed, you know they had that Fox Soul with Dr. Umar on there. You know,
Oh yeah, I seen
that.
Yeah, they slid one in there on me.
They didn't let him know either.
No,
Yeah,
and not only she say she used
about it this week.
They say she used the kente claws to suck him in because she know how. Well, we can say we gotta put an extra above the she. Yeah, cause but
You
anyway.
You said Oprah?
No, I
said
transgender,
transformer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Decepticons. We don't understand that. Okay, this is how I figured it out about 10 years ago. Most of the people who do the fashion, most of the designers, are males. All right? So if most of the designers are male, they are the ones who trotting all these uniforms, different uniforms out. Okay? So they're the ones who design the makeup, you know, all the stuff, blush, the wigs, the weeds. You'll be surprised that 85% of that whole business is males. But these are males who's always been feminine. So if they can get women to not look like women, because you know you got women out here with their eyebrows is so long. If they was to give somebody a kiss, they'd be poking motherfucker through their eyes and give them some eye trouble with them long ass eyebrows. But what I'm trying to say is, if I can make women not look like women, then it'd be easy for men to look like them. So they bought into that, and so this is what's happening. Because the average woman, you ever look at some of the videos when the women have transformation where they put on this makeup, they look like shit, and then all of a sudden they put on makeup and stuff, and they be just as cute as a button. Because what it did was go ahead and draw them a face. They draw the face the way they wanted it to look. Well, that's no different than something on canvas. It's not real. It's just paint. And so now men can go out here and take these hormones and do the same thing. The only difference is a man might be 5'7", but he might have wearing a 13 shoe. You ain't gonna find no woman, you know. If she is wearing a 13 shoe, she's wearing it because her feet so fat. It has nothing to do with the length of it. You know, she just needs extra room in that damn shoe. But we don't bought into this. Women don't bought into this. And I'm like this. Y'all know us as dudes, right? When we see a woman trying to act like a dude, we say something about it. You know what I mean? We look at it and we look like all right, you getting in our lane now. You get in our territory. But see, these women are accepting these dudes who is there to replace them. I don't know what it is about these women, what they don't see what the hell is going on. These dudes gonna become their competition. And
I said that back in 2000, Jay Speed. I had some disagreements with some cats. It was
right.
up to the men. I said, yeah, it's up to us, but at the same time, they had the hate bill on them. But if women would reject them, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because I'll give you a perfect story. Down in my city, the funky town, Fort Worth, Texas, a guy named Gregory Spencer. I used to see him over there at the damn suit house, and I was getting a couple of them, the more cheap suits.
Yes, sir.
And and he was going after straight men. Then another
Yeah.
brother came back about 2014 named Dara Israel. He wrote a book called
Mm-hmm.
The Definition of a Broke Ass, and he had a
Mm-hmm.
debate with a
Mm-hmm.
LBGT or L
Yeah.
Gibbon guy. And L Gibbon, he said, "Well, y'all looking for feminine men and all that, JP, I mean not JP, but Dara was just really just high side." And he
Mm-hmm.
said, "No, I want a masculine man." And then Dara was like, "Aha, I got you, I knew it." Yeah, the homosexual community is trying to convert, man.
Yeah, they recruiting. Hey, look, they
Yeah.
started. They're starting to recruit out of the womb now.
Yup.
That's the bad part about it.
Yeah.
And our children's minds are like sponges, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what the hell vegetables I really like when I'm little. How in the hell I'm gonna like?
Yeah.
how in the hell would I know if I'm gonna be a giver or a taker? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Is I gonna be
Yeah.
one to reach
Man,
around? You
they had
know what I mean?
Rosie
What?
O'Donnell. They had Rosie O'Donnell on Nick at Night, telling them it's all right. Yeah, I remember that. I didn't see the show, but I remember they was playing the clip of it on the news. They had on
Mm-hmm.
there.
Mm-hmm.
Grandmama always got the news on all day in the morning. Yeah, and
Mm-hmm.
I was there. I walked by and said, "Oh my Lord, Rosie O'Donnell with the garbage, man."
Well, I would have to say this though. I think I said this on my last show. I would have to say this. You have to be a tough ass guy to whack your thing off. I can really believe that you believe the shit you believe. But I'm talking about these slick motherfuckers who out there who ain't cutting that they material and trying to fool the motherfuckers. And them the ones I believe just downright freaks. But them other ones who's willing to cut the things off, then I'm not even gonna question them. I'm gonna stay away from them because any man is willing to cut his Johnson off is not a man to be trusted.
Nah,
Right.
hell
So
no. He gonna cut the manhood off. He
he,
gonna cut the
yeah,
nipple. He gonna
he
cut the
can't be
phallus
trusted. He'll
off.
give it. Yeah, that's right. He'll give a damn about himself. He know damn well he
Nah,
can
nah,
care about you.
yeah. But let me tell you what happened. I did some food shopping. It's like last summer. Just like by a little. I think it was on my birthday. I had a taste of some salad. So I was getting the stuff and everything. I see this guy. He was massaging this cucumber and put it in his mouth, suck it. You know what I did? I left out the supermarket. I said, "What happened? You got a very you should see what he. I'm talking about in the act." And I said, "I left. I put I put everything. I had a cart." They said, "What happened? You need to check in your own vegetables. Then this guy he going to town with this cucumber." I left.
Yeah, yeah, it's crazy. Hey, have y'all checked the? Do you, okay? How could I say this?
Say it.
I- Look, when we was coming up, we know who was a wrist bender that we call the question mark because they
Broken
use their
hand,
hands.
broken hands.
Yeah. So we knew who the ones that were soft like that, right?
Huh.
I'm looking at, and some people scared to approach this situation and this conversation. But there's two big people in this black, has been in this black, I'm gonna just put it that way, who just as feminine as they can be. And when did we stop observing men's and saying, hey, something ain't right about that person right there? Nobody's saying shit. Like they don't see it. Is it just me?
That's
There's
not
some
true.
there's some content makers out here. If you shut your eyes and just listen to them talk, they sound like them same boys that we was raised up with. We know something wrong with them.
No, it's not true. It's not true.
I
Because
mean, J Speed, man. I mean, we got the heterosexual community. It's got to push an agenda, pretty much like the LGBTs. You got to fight fire with fire. You
You
got to get
got
back.
to.
You got to get back teaching sex education. Yeah, I tried to hook Doa up with a brother down there that had a school. But I told him I think you need to have him come down there and talk to the students about the definition of broke ass, because he would have, you know, he would have went to the technical side and showed you the problems, the medical problems don't have with that deaf style, you know, and put the health and put the science into it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, that didn't come to fruition because guys want to preach about it, but you ain't trying to beat it, and you got to put it in the kid's head. You know,
you got to fight it.
You got to fight it. Now, you didn't get here through Adam and
you
Steve
can't.
and
Just think about it. Just think about it.
Adam and Eve,
right?
A man and a woman.
Just think about it. We start. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
And I saw and I said, you don't want to go by that African spirituality culture. Come on, man. You want to go by, you know what I'm saying, with I forgot the names, Shango and Oya. Come on, man. Let's stop playing with this game, man. You know. So people just you just gotta get back to the basics, man. We gotta go back to the basics. You know.
But you know what, Prince, one thing I figured out too, that what is happening supposed to happen. Reason why it's supposed to happen. There's a lesson in it. We're here in this country right now. We're right in the midst of being Rome or Greece in its worst time. That's where we at. And you see how easily them and how they failed. I mean, Rome burnt down overnight. You know what I mean? And Greece, that's what they used to call Solomon. You know, they had these Solomon laws that's what doing Greek. Greek even named after it. So these are two European societies that have shown us, and this is why I say brothers who don't want to deal with history, this is their major problem. They don't understand what they're going through because they don't have nothing to measure it up to. They only look what's in front of them and what's beside them. They never look what was behind them. I mean, if there was something important about putting a rearview mirror in your car, if you're never supposed to look back, then they would never put no rearview mirror in your car. And they do that for a reason, because somebody's coming close to your ass. And so we got to understand.
Right.
We got to understand, you know, you don't want to hit you don't want to hit your brakes too fast because you might end up with something in your ass. You know what I mean? You would have watched that rearview mirror. So what I'm trying to say is, I see why a lot of these brothers don't want to deal with history, because ministers used to say, when you cut the light on, when you first cut a light on and somebody's asleep, they get up and they look mad, irritated, and they can't hardly see and everything. And that's what information and knowledge is. It wakes you up, and once it wakes you up, you can never say you ain't never heard it. Once you hear the truth, you don't have to believe it, but you know it's true.
Right.
And you want to live your life like going to the doctor, and the doctor tell you keep on smoking, your ass you go die from lung cancer in 90 days. Now, you heard that truth, and if you keep on smoking for a habit reason or whatever, you can't quit or whatever, you can never deny yourself you didn't hear the doctor tell you that. And so I think that's why a lot of the times I go up in these channels, I get on these panels, these people are paying me to get off. See, the only person who wants to pay somebody to get off a channel who's telling the truth is the devil.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Think about what I just said.
Devil, Satan, yep.
Because the devil can't create anything. The only thing he can do is rearrange it. See, the devil didn't create sex. God did.
Nope.
But devil takes it and rearrange it and make it so crazy you don't know if you're doing it right or doing it wrong. That's just the way the devil do.
The first story of homosexuals in the committee is in the Egyptian Book of the Dead about Seth, what he was trying to do to our root, trying to have sex with him.
Right.
And it's in the 42 laws of my eye. You should not be inside of me.
And if you really look at it, just like this new movie came out, uh, they got just the thumbnail itself. You can look at it and you have to ask yourself the question: why at this time? Why would a white woman have the interest of black women being strong unless there was another message behind it? And that's not just one, there's a couple. One, when we get close to having, and people, a lot of people in these spaces don't understand, there's people working 24/7 trying to come up with the think tank reparation. But if I can make you believe that black women sold 90% of all the people who came across the Atlantic or the East, because we don't talk about the East, and it was way before the East. A slave trade was way beyond the West, the Atlantic one. If I make you believe that it's y'all fault that y'all ended over here, which there was small, they did build the economy up on selling people, but it was very small numbers to compare to what actually happened. So what I'm trying to say is, why did all this come at one
3.5%.
time? Yeah, why did all this come at one time? It kills two birds with one stone. And people don't really understand these mind games, these chess moves that's been played against them because they don't want to know history. Okay, you don't want to know about African history. Okay, forget that. Okay? You don't want to know about Africa, just forget that. Let's just deal with the European warriors. Like I look how a man, what they do to his real family, it really magnifies what the hell he's gonna do to you. White people was fighting white people way before they start fighting black people. You know what I'm saying? Some of the most treacherous wars ever been. You know, look, Germany had one Hitler. You got to understand that. We had thousands of them over here. See,
Yeah.
that's what we don't understand. Germany had one to control, one evil spirit to control a bunch of people. But over here, we had hundreds of thousands and thousands over here. And still over here today, we got millions of Hitlers. And just to show you how distorted our minds is as black people, how deep I go down in this wormhole, we carry around money every day with dead presidents who were slave owners and never question it. This is what I just said. We don't got so numb to it, we don't question it. I don't care
They're
how
white,
Jewish.
they're white hypocrites on green paper.
Right. And so I don't care how much you say Jewish people love money. They don't love money enough to put no damn Hitler's picture on it. You see what I'm saying? They would cast away and burn every damn piece of paper it was or melt down any damn coin that had his picture on it. But we as black people, not only do we love it, we'll kill for it.
Yeah.
And you have to question that kind of mindset. How could you call yourself a free people who went through this incubator, who was pressed, pulled out all your mind and reprogram your mind and your brains, where in 2022 you are walking around with cash that got slave owners on it, and you never question it? I ain't saying you ain't gonna have to use money, because that is the money we have, but seemed like somebody would have came up and said, let's get all these crackers off this paper. Now I call them exactly what they were, because the word cracker comes from cracking my back with the whip to keep me in line. So you got to understand that you don't have to look at all the other things on the outside that's really happening, because they are sub stories. Just take that what I just said. Here it is, the average black man and black woman walks around the United States and America with some currency that 80% of the people on that currency is slave owners. You don't have to even question anything else them people do.
Mm-hmm.
You really don't. Because that shows you where their mindset is at.
Mm-hmm.
No other people on this planet would carry their oppressor around. That it's kind of like in your face. No, I'm gonna tell you, the people with the small hats, if they find your ass 101 years old and they think you had anything to do with any of them camps over there in Germany, they would put your ass on trial. They would try to put your ass in front of a firing squad if they could, but they most certainly go put your ass on trial and you going to jail. I don't care if you're 101 years old, half a lung, 3 toes, 1 finger. They go put your ass in jail. But
Mm-hmm.
look at us. We're so forgiving that somebody can walk into a church and kill 8 or 9 of us, and by the next time a camera is put in one of the family members' face, they'll forgive the person before the body even got cold.
Amen. Yup.
But we, them same ones who wanted to forgive that person and the body wasn't cold, got some family members they haven't spoke to in 10 years because that family member did something they didn't like. Now listen to what I just said. And that even goes back into the 60s too. Some of the mistakes we made in the 60s. We had peaceful marches, but them same people who was marching in the street would go home and beat their kids, but they said they was nonviolent. They was nonviolent to their oppressor, but they wasn't nonviolent to our ass. And they got so good, they had got so good with the mindset that my aunt used to tell me, when I spank you, it's gonna hurt me more than it hurts you. And I'll be like, well, if that's the case, won't you let me spank you and then I feel it.
Right.
You see, understand what I'm saying with the
Right.
bullshit they had? These are things that I say that don't take no rocket science, just a little research, and you understand why we are the way we are as people. That we don't have any respect for our ancestors. We don't have respect for ourselves. There's no way. I haven't carried currency in almost 7 years. Everything is represented by a card. I use cards. I'm not talking about credit cards, but I hardly ever let money touch my hand because I think it's dirty, it's nasty, it's murderous, insensitive. But we don't think like that. So all this other shit we really talk about,
Mm-hmm.
if we can't get past that right there, we ain't going nowhere, man. The only thing Black Americans are going to ever be is an example to all Africans on this planet is what not to be. Like them Negroes over there in the United States. Because we're in the belly of the beast. We just like Jonah. But we ain't fighting, bro. We ain't fighting with no jawbone. We scared. We're so scared we have become prisoners and we turn on each other versus the warden or the security guards. And see, that's where my fork in the road, different from a lot of these other brothers' talking points. There's nothing inside me to make me forget why I speak the language I speak, why my name is the way it is, and why I had to carry around this fucking currency with slave owners on it. And this is the thing we get up every morning. It have become our God because we have to go out there and to make it in life. It's a damn shame that we have disrespected ourselves, our ancestors, and we hold them on a higher stage than ourselves. And we wonder why we don't respect ourselves. We wonder why we don't care for ourselves. We wonder why we're in the shape we are. Because if you don't respect yourself, no one is ever going to respect you. I guess that's the rest of the story.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what? Go ahead, Brother Prince.
Nah, I mean, J Speed is not wrong about it.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know how to take the information. We don't know how to analyze it and put it in today's context. Hey, I just say, Dr. Francis Quelson, he said that this stuff it's just a theory. Go
Mm-hmm.
study it one yourself. Or think for yourself. You, we was in industrial revolution. We was ship, and we're gonna build Africa up, and we can get sovereignty for ourselves and protect our people. Well, now you want to bet you around shit on him and got him thrown in prison and got him done like Luciano and got him deported. And the only reason Luciano got deported because he came over Italy for a base in World War II game. His ass was sitting up in goddamn heaven world, whatever the thing was. And Marcus about come back, and then you want to shit on Martin Luther. And then at the end of the day, Martin Luther came back and he said, yeah, I did one thing. That's the first part of it. The second part of it. I went to the garbage tomb instead. Now, get this check now.
And you cutting up real bad, Prince. You got to get in a good spot.
You real bad.
I'm gonna ask you a question, underrated.
Yes, sir.
They always talk about the Pookies and the Rays in the neighborhood, who's in and out of jail. But I'm gonna ask the real question.
Mm-hmm.
If the Pookie and Ray Rays are so bad and they're no good for society, how was they able to clear the problem up with Jeffrey Dahmer's and these free Negroes who walk on the street? Got Mr. Martin Killer still walking around pumping his chest.
Mm. Right.
Think about what I just said.
Mm-hmm.
But they say the Pookies and the Ray Rays are the worst of us. But they're able to take care of the business. When they know something is done so egregious that it need to be handled, the hinges need to come off the door. And they was able to, take care of that situation.
Yeah.
But this other boy is walking around not only making money on someone else's deaf child or their deaf, because that was a child.
Mm-hmm.
And so what I'm trying to say is, you got Negroes walking around here now saying, I don't see color. Then you must be Stevie Wonder.
Mm-hmm.
Because it must be an importance if God made colors. He didn't make colors for you not to see it. Well, I tell you what, the next time you go ahead and get ready to buy you that little black man wagon or that BMW or that Mercedes, you tell the dealership you don't want no color and see what you get.
Mm-hmm.
See,
Right.
this is the way Negroes try to make you think. They're so bent over on the other side because they don't want no smoke. They don't really want no smoke. They want smoke from us. They want smoke from each other, but they don't want no real smoke. They don't want no smoke, fire, none of that. They don't want a poof. Because think about this, underrated. The man who I'm talking about trained the woman that he's having problem with. And if he can't defeat the woman he trained, how in the hell can he ever stand in front of the man?
Yep.
That's right.
Amen. Right, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the major problem.
They defeated them with the nigger bill.
Right. These women are running circles around. And the reason the women know they're going to be protected is one reason only. They know the brother's getting the same goddamn crumbs off the table at the back door as she's getting. That's why she ain't afraid of no dude. Until we can build our own economy, have the real freedom of self-determination, why in the hell should our women fall in line in the first place? How in the hell can a woman fall in line behind you and you in line behind another man? If you stand up and be the man and be independent thinking, doer, and everything else, yes, she's willing to follow because she has choices now. Just to fall in line behind you and you being defeated, who the hell want a losing team? You tell me one person now in any sport who want their team to be a losing team.
None.
So that's what our women's got to deal with. You getting paid by the same damn person she can call on you anytime. You have no power over him, and that's how she knows she can call him anytime. Why in the hell would she ever submit to you? Because you ain't showed that you have any power that you can go against where you both getting paid slave wages. I don't give a fuck how much money you got. Any Negro right now in the YouTube space, have you got more money than Michael Jackson or Prince? Both of them died with a shade tree doctor. And they had all the money that you can think of. And you think some of your 3 or 4 million, 5, 6 million you got in the bank represents something? It don't represent shit. I seen the IRS come and snatch Red Fox fucking jewelry off his damn neck and took every damn thing out of his house.
We want, and this is public information, y'all.
Yes, sir. This ain't no bull. This ain't no damn myth. This ain't no damn legend.
Nope.
This is real shit.
Real shit I'm talking right about now.
Yeah.
All of them to win in his house, took his furniture out, y'all.
Everything. And on the way out, snatched his goddamn gold chains off his neck.
Snatch it off, y'all. This back in 91, y'all.
So y'all talking that old.
He died on the CBS set called The Royal Family.
Right. And here y'all running around here and thinking y'all doing something. And you see 2 superstars die in front of you with shade tree doctors. And think you got some health benefits. Most of these guys who are out there who's promoting get this money and that's all it's all about, they ain't in good health. They overweight. And whatever they wear on their backs is what they represent as success. Material things, bro. That's all it is. Most of this shit is so make-believe.
Right.
We the only people on this planet put value on everything. If they decide tomorrow that a diamond is not worth shit, how much shit you don't pay for that bullshit? You see what I'm saying? If you don't have no control, then if somebody's controlling your determination or your destiny and everything else in your life, if they put a market price on everything that you think that represents something that has a value to it, if they control all that, you can have $6 million worth of diamonds in your house, and tomorrow you wake up and they say, well, diamonds ain't nothing but a piece of glass. They started off as a piece of coal, ain't shit. When no long ago we found something else more valuable. You got $6 million worth of shit that it ain't worth 20 cents now. See, this is how stupid these brothers are because they don't know history. If they know history, seashells used to be money. Now, you could buy a whole bag of seashells for about 99 cents. Believe it or not, a lot of spices that you have in your cabinet right now, people have fought over them. Like cinnamon. Look what they enslaved us with. Fucking corn syrup. Cotton. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
So this is the big mystery. These guys got all these Ivy League college certificates. But the only time they talk that shit with how many degrees they got is only when they're around us. They don't talk that bullshit around the people who gave them the degrees, because the people who gave them the degrees know it wasn't bullshit in the first place.
Right.
If I took a class of dealing with money and I become an economist, then why is the United States economy so fucked up? So you already know them degrees is bullshit.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? If a
Right.
motherfucking master plumber come in your house and your fucking commode stopped up and he had to come on 20 trips and he still can't unstop it, you know damn well whatever degree he got in his occupation, it ain't worth shit.
Right.
And that's why I'm telling you, black people go around talking about they got their master this and master that. Wait just a goddamn minute here. To have a master degree, that means that you had to trace somebody else's thesis of life. So you just a tracer. You ain't a master of shit.
Right.
So a master is someone who comes up, see, in martial arts, when you become a master, that means you don't went through the training, and you, through the training and the knowledge that you have came up with a different style and a different art. That's how you become a master. Not regurgitating someone else's thesis. When you become a master of the ring, that means you took all the science up and you was able to put it all together and you come up with a damn different fighting style that's so unique that you become a master boxer. You can't say that with education. When you master something in education, you get a PhD and all this other bullshit. Only thing you do is tracing a picture. Anybody can trace a picture, but can you draw one from your mind, bro? Can you draw one from your mind? See, we become a bunch of fucking tracers. And the more we stay in this goddamn maze, you have to ask yourself, when you say you think you're successful, you have to ask yourself at what cost? Your son is now your daughter, and your daughter is now your son, and you call that success? Your woman is now you, and you are now your woman, you call that success? Well, what cost have your success?
Yeah, you done sold your soul
Yeah.
for the drum roll. Man.
And so
Yeah.
I don't need, I love that these brothers lead, but I don't need no Marcus Garvey, no Malcolm X, no Elijah Muhammad, no Minister Louis Farrakhan. What's inside of me was imprinted in my DNA before I ever took my first breath. These good men I just mentioned just refresh my memory of my bloodstream.
That's it.
Because all the information is there, but you live your whole life fighting against it. You know when something ain't right. Even if you've never been taught, you still know when something ain't been right because it's imprinted in every cell of your body. Here's an animal. Don't have any institution to go to learn how to be an animal. Now some fools will come along and try to train one to do tricks until the motherfucker decide to bite him across the shoulder or something. Let him know he's still an animal. But they don't have no institution, and these motherfuckers fly in the sky, birds. It looks like a music sheet. They so in coordination with each other. And they ain't never went to no institution. Here we are, human who have all this brain, all this mind, and we can't think outside a wet paper bag. You got to ask yourself the question.
Because they don't want to. They don't want to go through the process, bro.
You have to ask yourself the question. What is it? What is it that we don't went through so much, been defeated, but we talking about miniature wars. We're not talking about the the whole Greco war. We're talking about miniature wars that we lost some battles. Should you stop fighting because you lost some battles? Because once you stop, the battle is over. You lost and you become the loser. You become the spoils of war. That's why in this country we are acting like the spoils of wars. There is no time limit on prosecuting people for kidnap or death, murder. There's no limitation, statute of limitation. The World Court have already set that as a standard. That's why the people with the small little caps can find these people and put their ass on the rule of thumb of law. We are kidnapped peoples. You can say it if you want to. You can say I'm an American, whatever the fuck you want to say. You still are ancestors. Your ancestors was kidnapped. That means you are spoils of war of kidnapped people that you have never, ever brought to justice for the people who did it, or the countries that are responsible for doing it. And there's no statute of limitation. The World Court have already set that standard saying slavery was a crime against nature. And anytime we can have all these smart ass who supposed to be so-called lawyers who could understand universal laws and world court laws, could bring these people under that jurisdiction and make this shit happen. But we're not. We trying to shake hands, kiss ass to the devil himself. And that way, we have not only turned ourselves against our ancestors, we have turned ourselves against God.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, yep. And what's so sad about this space, the stuff that your brothers talk about, they don't even want to do. They don't do an inventory. They said, oh well, we go do it now. You understand? No, y'all don't want to be better. Y'all don't want to do the work to be better. Y'all figure that y'all know everything, and y'all really don't. So for me, you just nothing but the open notebook with nothing in it, with no notes in it. But you want other people like me, you, me, Jake Speed. I'm talking to people now outside. With me, brother Jake Speed, brother Prince. Supposed to listen to y'all. But what have y'all brought to the table? What have you brought to the table to make us better as people? Do you keep a contact with a brother? Do you call them up? How you doing? I got an idea. I don't know how to get it out, but it's there. Do you check on his health? Do you check on his spirituality? Do you check on everything that endears in him? Do you check on it? No, you don't. But you want brothers like us to be the follow y'all, to be there for y'all, listen to y'all. No, I'm not a red pill. I'm not a black pill. I'm not a yellow pill. I ain't no pink pill. I'm a man. If you cannot respect me as a man, you cannot respect my existence. You cannot respect me as a warrior I am. There's nothing that you could tell me anything. Because you're nothing but a notebook without a note in it.
Damn. That's hitting. That's hitting hard right
Yeah,
there.
you want to know all the information.
I like
information.
Prince and underrated. I like to get at least 7 content makers on YouTube and all do the same headliners like these other people who do ambulance chasing. Every damn story come out, they're all doing the same shit. I would like to get 7 guys, and one day we all do the same content. Just give you an idea what I might do when I get off of here. I'm gonna ask the question: why should black men respect? I'm gonna say, why should black women respect black men? If we all did that content for that day, and then we move the next day, 7 on the same topic, our topics, not some fucking topic they don't get off the news, or some star don't get some bullshit he's in, or something a woman said on the internet on World Star, and everybody chasing it like an ambulance chaser, like a lawyer. We come up with our own topics, and we all 7 do the same topic, and we talk about it in our way, our form, and we leave it at that. I don't care if it's a 10-minute clip. I don't care if it's a 15-minute clip. We all have the same, and we did that shit for a year. You think we would make some impact? We all came together, got on the StreamYards, and had a meeting. Because you know you can go on StreamYard, you can pull everybody up, and you don't have to ever go live. And y'all can have just a think tank meeting, and they come up with these topics, and then everybody leave that panel and then go out there and do the work and say, well, okay, we're gonna blast this shit on Thursday. Either we want to do it live or we go upload some stuff. We go hit them with this topic. That's power right there, bro. And I just said 7 people. I didn't say 3,500. I say 7. I don't care if it's small channels, big channels. I don't give a fuck. Just 7 guys together moving in the same direction, having their own self-determination on a topic that they came up with. They're not going to be regurgitating each other's mind. That person get to put whatever they want to put in that topic, but we hit them all the same time with the same title. Bam! Every Thursday was bam! You wait till about a month or 2 happen, and they'll be expecting every Thursday there's some shit gonna come out of some black man's head who's gonna hit a topic. Bam! And it has nothing to do with ambulance chasing or who was fucking whose wife or what woman didn't, was not able to wear a wig and a weave at the same time style. None of that bullshit. We come up with our own topics. That's what we can do in unity. See, everybody looking for the unity like the Million Man March. That shit didn't happen overnight. There was a lot of back work. Christians, Muslims, 7-Day Adventures, Israelites, Pan-Africans. That was years in planning to see that kind of result. A lot of work, women and men, a lot of work, 24/7 work, promoting it. With all the naysayers on all the big threes saying it'll never work and we don't want it to happen, we're not going to show it on TV and everything. All of them had to eat their own words. So I'm saying an avalanche don't happen just because it's an avalanche. It starts off 1 grain of something or 1 molecule of something, and it builds in something big that it becomes so heavy it cannot stay within its natural status. So it has to crumble. And that's what I'm saying, that a lot of us small YouTubers has never ever thought about pushing our agenda with the same topic. You become powerful that way.
Yeah, that's what's up. That definitely what's up. Definitely what's up.
So, underrated Prince, we're here talking about this right now. And I'm asking you all, what can we do to make that happen?
Whatever. I'm anything that 5 peoples and
Whatever, we could do that. I don't have no problem for it. No.
Yeah, you know,
We can name
yeah,
it
do some
anything
content.
we want to name it. Team Right, Team Faith, anything. Whatever we decide, the 7 members decide what the name gonna be. You still get to keep your channels. The only thing we doing different, we all go pick a day. We go pick a day. 7 go vote it in a day. What do you think would be the best day? And we spring load some content out that at least got to be 10 minutes. And we hit them with them topics. And we support each other. We go on different times. But by the time that 24 hours is over on that Thursday or whatever day we pick, all 7 will have content with one topic.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't nothing
See
wrong
the
with
pro-
that. That's
the
called
problem.
propaganda. Yeah.
And you know some good people. I know some good people. But just because we know some good people, we got to find the right fit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All the good people I know are probably 2 or 3 of them. I know 20, and it's only but 2 or 3 that I can really count on, or even want to trust with that kind of power.
Yeah.
And see, in that way right there, there's no envy, there's no nothing. There's 7 brothers supporting. That's a magical in the number 7, as it is in the number 19. And we'll understand, we have been so distant from math, we'll understand that everything in this planet that's made new or be made for the future is going to have a mathematical formula. That's how you duplicate something. And we can start off, you might think
Right.
it won't go, but I'm telling you, I've been around movers and shakers, and I know how this work. You don't need as many people you think you need. Only thing you have to do is be in one mind, one destiny, and the best interest of our people on. See, that's why the NAACP and all these other organizations, they never really got together and figured out how could we make this move of self-determination by focusing on one thing, and we can have everything in the back burner. You may have your baby that you like to talk about. Prince have his baby with one of the. I'm not taking that away from you. But what I'm saying is, let's hold hands and do one topic. That ain't gonna take too much of your time.
No problem with me.
Oh, I know it ain't no problem. I'm just speaking to the people who might hear this in the future.
Oh, I got you.
That how much power we don't think we have, but we do have. You know, that's how they get us. They keep repeating something over and over. See, this is a good thing I learned about working in radio. It's called power rotation. Power rotation is when the PD gets a song that has been told by the owners, this is what we're going to be on our playlist. Regardless of the song that people like, power rotation believes that it can play that song even though you don't like it initially. Sooner or later, they'll get you patting your feet to it or shaking your head to it. They got you. And so they'll play that song every hour on the hour. That's what they call power rotation. Until that song starts moving up the charts. Influencing somebody repeating something over and over has a lot of power to it.
Because the key to those 7 people, J Speed, they all gonna say it differently.
Right.
So they gonna trigger a different mind.
Right.
Somebody listen to me.
Right.
Might be some guy say he going a little too far. You say he right down the middle.
Right.
Narrated said he's going over here on this certain area. So
Right.
everybody gonna come with a different area. They're gonna attack the
See?
same topic. They're gonna have a different mindset on the
See?
topic.
Now you getting it. Now you getting it.
Yeah.
Now you are getting it. Because some people don't like old Joey Speed because, hey, I don't like the way his voice is. I don't
Yep.
like the way he take his time when he's talking. I just don't like his vernacular. I don't like his grammar. But then they go over to Prince.
The fiduciary fellow.
Yeah, let's go over to
Go
Prince.
ahead.
And like I like the way his tone, his voice is not as deep as J Speed. His vernacular a little better. His grammar a little better. Boom, boom, boom. See, we're not even looking for the difference in us. We are looking for people to choose whatever they want to choose, but the message is all
Yeah.
trying to get us to the promised land.
Yeah.
Salute, gentlemen.
Salute to
Hey,
you,
Aaron.
What's
brother.
going on?
What's going on, Mr. Hall? How you doing?
Salute to
I
you.
can't complain. I saw y'all up here. I figured I got ready to run. I got a meeting in an hour, but I figured I'd hop up and say what's up to the gentleman.
Yes,
hold
sir.
on, my phone ringing.
Okay. Well, I said for me, it's like,
Wait on the
oh, well, I've been in this space for a long time, so I consider myself a vet and everything.
Yes, sir.
And I see things, I don't like it. We don't support the truth that we should. Even though, like, there's people that want to support the fandom truth that big channels or have big followers and stuff. But real conversation like this, they don't want to support. And at times I get very angry over that. But until I understand how people works in this social media, that when you gotta be with a person that knows the truth, that knows experience, that's not scared to go back into history. And I feel that when you asked me that about this space almost an hour ago, brother J Speed, I don't see no good in this space, but I know there are some good people in this space. You know what I mean? I know there were some good people. So that means that we have to branch out. That means what we have to do at home. We have to do whatever it takes. Because I know about negativity. There's people throw negativity on me or, sometimes, but I keep it moving. But I'm talking about brothers now. Right here, it doesn't make a difference how many people you got on your channel, but long as the truth is out there is what counts. But the thing about, are you gonna roll with the truth or you're not? That's what I'm at right now. Oh, there go, brother Lonzo Hall back.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I had to take that phone call. That was another client of mine.
Yes, sir.
I just came up to salute y'all, gentlemen. Y'all being, some of the elder statesmen in the space. J Speed, we got our relationship over there. Well, you don't probably see me up there too often. I don't really go up on Fight Club too much.
Yes, sir.
But I'm a heavy rotationist over at the Anton Daniels channel. And, like you were talking about the message, I got to appreciate brothers like the Underrated Darkness and game show hosts, gentlemen who are actually my clients in real life.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to this message, I have to say the brotherhood and the message is partially getting out there. Like, I've got gentlemen who trust me with their kids' lives, literally, right?
Yes, sir.
And so I think, like you said, J Speed, it does get difficult. For example, I got the high pitched voice. Maybe people don't like to hear the voice, but the message that's behind it is what's important, right? So if I can, do what I do, hop up here and spread this message, I think it's important. Because one of the things, like, they call me insurance junkie and fiduciary fella, like game show host said, the fiduciary fella. Because one of the things, JSP, we see is these relationship things and issues with the community. And, as men, we have to realize that it falls at our feet, regardless of what the women are doing or are acting as. At the end of the day, it's a man's world, right? Ain't that what James Brown said?
Most certainly.
So, since it's a man's world, a lot of stuff lays at our feet, right? And if we can correct ourselves in a certain way or step our own selves up in a certain way, that can change things. I did a debate in against a person by the name, well, in a thing called the Solar Vision Debate League, and I had to take the stance of pro divestment for Black women, meaning that I was pro them dating out of American Black men. Now, in my personal life, in my real life, personal feelings, I don't believe in race mixing. I'm against it. However, for the argument and for the debate, I had to be pro divestment. And when I did the research and I did the studies, socioeconomic status is really what's dividing our community or damaging our community. And when I looked at Brookings Institute and I looked at the numbers of income or net worth for men, Black men, we were at the bottom rung. Actually, we were at the bottom rung. Hispanic men on the high side were worth $12,000 more than American Black men, and on the low side, right? So the apex of a Black man's net worth, and this includes people like Anton, who are worth $13 million, and Jay-Z, who are worth $1 billion,
right,
of Black men. The apex of the amalgamation of the collective of Black men in America was $148,000 of net worth. Do you know that was $40,000 less than the median net worth of white men in America?
most certainly.
So right there, we need to kind of step our net worth game up and our ownership of stuff. There's a gentleman by the name of Green Gorilla who put out a video last year talking about ownership in equities, which is stocks, and mutual funds by race. He showed from Q4 or quarter 4 1990 to Q4 2020, and the percentage of ownership between equities and mutual funds by race. In Q4 of 1990, it was like 98% white, 2% everything else. In Q4 1995, Black Americans became 1% ownership of equities and mutual funds. Can you guess what the number was percentage-wise for Black Americans in Q4 of 2020?
Probably 1%.
Exactly. So over the course of 30 years, all these Negroes telling me they're investing are not. Because these are numbers from the federal government. This isn't like some dude who compiled. This isn't one financial advisor. These are federal government numbers. So,
yeah,
that's
that mathematical. You got the mathematical formula. Yeah. Clark Anderson says that you probably know numbers better than I do. Clark Anderson said that we own 0.01% of the net worth of it in the United States. And in 2020, we own the same thing. So where's all this shit coming from that we talking about? There's always been people who have benefited, who have our skin tone, even in the worst of times. And so what I'm saying, I say that to say what you were saying, to piggyback on what you were saying, is that shows you where you at. Because at this time, if we was doing so great from yesteryears, we supposed to be way ahead in what that percentage is on the board today.
Yeah, way ahead. But part of that is... Go ahead.
Go ahead, Alonzo.
Part of that is also financial professionals' fault, right? Because we don't get out there and throw the message, right? Right. I go on panels all the time and it gets ignored and I get talked over, and what do? I don't care. I change the subject to the finance, right? Right. If we look at like stuff that's going on right now, all these rappers, finally now people are talking about, the rapper French Montana is finally talking about how these corporations are getting life insurance on these rappers. It's called COLI, corporate-owned life insurance, right? Why do you think all these rappers end up getting killed with $80,000 to $100,000 worth of change in their Ferrari? If you from the hood and you shoot a dude who has a Ferrari, you're going to take that bag full of money. You're going to take that car. These guys are hiring a Hasidic hitman. He's coming, wearing a black mask, shooting them, blaming it on some young, dumb fool.
Mm-hmm.
and getting $20 million because, so they spent $1 million on the life insurance and the life insurance premiums, and they spent another $100,000 on, the Hasidic hitman to knock them off. But then they get $20 million back.
Yeah,
You
like the
Right.
know?
Black Label White Web.
And the rights to their music, because they usually family usually sell it back to them before the damn body's in the ground.
True.
Yeah, that's what
See,
they do. I mean, that's what.
Jack the Rapper, which I was part of that convention back in the 80s, tried to give knowledge to all entertainers. It was a whole week. I was in another organization called $1 Million Record Pool, who do a joint venture with Jack the Rapper. We would have hours for the week and the weekend. Jack the Rapper would have his convention, and he would honor people. I'm talking about heavy hitters like, I remember Queen Latifah. All of them came through there. Keith Sweat, before they was Keith Sweat. Queen Latifah, before, if it wasn't for $1 Million Record Pool, Mary J. Blige would have never got discovered. She was discovered out of our record pool. And so what I'm trying to say is, these platforms have been laid out, and these rappers have no excuse, because there are a lot of black men like you, Mr. Hall, who know the numbers, who knows the contracts, who knows everything that they need to benefit them and have their own best interest. But these fools would go out there and be in competition with materialistic things. Basketball players, football players are the worst. Will go out there and act as if they go play football for 100 years. They forgot when they got that $12 million home, that thing will have to have taxes paid on it every year. And if they get a generation who can't pay that taxes, it goes right back where it belongs.
Yeah, I actually have a client who
I wanted to add
is
on
dealing
what
with something like that.
Alonzo.
Go ahead, game show host.
Yeah, I wanted to add on what you're saying, Alonzo. Yeah, that template, you said it. You said it on your show. Hell, all they did was copy the cartel game. Remember the cartel was buying all them life policies on their fellow cartel comrades. And then you had Walmart. You know, they always was pursuing hiring senior citizens to be the greeter. Yeah, when you go in there, you signing 2 papers. They're gonna put the insurance on you. You get you some insurance, and they putting that life insurance on the back end on your ass, bro. Yeah, Walmart been doing it, and that comes all the way back from the slave trade when they had insurance policies on us. That's where insurance came from, out the slave trade.
Yeah.
History repeats itself.
Actually, that's
why
true.
you niggas need to quit the no history, you dumb nigga. Let me get ignorant. You need to just why you niggas talking about F history. Well, that's why you something to repeat it. You know what I'm saying? And then when you say F history, you talking about F and alpha, so you something to be enslaved again, like they're doing over there with the damn prison industrial complex. Then they got the doggone damn Delta prison when they doing that child shit on your ass. You understand me? Because you don't want to study the history of where you come from, so you'll be able to do what? Circumvent and get your ass off your ass. Start playing this game, which is how to win out here. You watching these football games, you watching these basketball games, you talking about the game, but is you playing to win, motherfucker? The holistic game. Playing with quit faking the pump with a nasty dump, being a parchment pump. The white man is over there, taking you over there hey, go over there to Jacob. Go over there to the jeweler. I got a jeweler for you. That jeweler already put an insurance on that goddamn shit. Yeah, go on over there to my homeboy with the over there Porsche. Go on over there to Italian Bentley. Go on over there to Franz Worth, motherfucking me, Maybach. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna tell you niggas where to go so they can goddamn hedge they bets. And then you tell a nigga to hedge his bet. He looking at it like you crazy. I know what to do. What the white do. Nigga, you on the white land. Nigga, you better play the white game and play it the way for yourself, dumb nigga. Everybody plays the game of football. Everybody's trying to score. Some run Air Coryell. Some run West Coast. Someone hybrid 3-4, someone 4-3, someone 4-6. Get the hell out of here. They're all trying to win the game. John, nigga.
Mm-hmm. And the best insurance policy, amen to that, best insurance policy ever been came up with was the government who gave you a social security number.
You know what's funny, JSP? Ronald Reagan actually did a talk about that because he was addressing Social Security and how at 21, and this was obviously, decades ago, he was like, a man at the age of 21 can have a life insurance policy that'll pay him almost $221 a month, almost $120 more than Social Security. Obviously, this is, more than 50 years ago. He said he could even wait till 31 and still be getting paid more than what Social Security has designed for him. I could tell you, I've seen clients I've had, like I had a client in 2012 who was 64 years old. So he retired 1 year early to take 75% of his pension. Now, back in, 1962, when he got the job, $234 a month was something. But in 2012, when he finally retired, $234 a month was his cell phone bill. So a lot of these things don't protect for inflation. And unfortunately, what happens is, especially as our people, we get taught to build the house from the roof down, right? Because everybody, I want to invest. Well, if I was to build your financial house and I started with building a roof, J-Speed, you would fire me. You'd be like, nigga, you ain't put a shovel in the ground to put no concrete in the ground for my house to sit on? Get the fuck out of here. Well, that's what our folks are doing. Going in the big. You said what?
I said that I'll be telling you who gonna be able to lift that heavy ass roof when you do dig in the ground.
Exactly. But unfortunately, as Black Americans, and this is why I blame financial professionals, this is what we end up teaching our people. Like even things like buy term, invest the difference, which is probably, and you get that advice from people like Dave Ramsey, which is one of the stupidest pieces of advice ever. A financial advisor knows that the minimum investment is actually $10,000. $10,000 breaks down to $834 a month. So you telling me somebody struggling paying $200 a month on a life insurance policy is going to pay $50 a month on a life insurance policy and invest the rest? Well, you can't invest the rest if you ain't got $834 a month to spend on an investment. Otherwise, what you're telling somebody to do is that their ship is sinking, and even though you got this 5-gallon bucket for them to bail water out, you're going to give them the monopoly thimble and say, hey, bail water with this, you'll be fine.
So, brother Lost Hall, so basically you just say it's suicide.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. So,
it is. And like I said, I blame that on a lot of the financial professionals, right? Especially the Black ones, because you got to realize it. See, I came from the streets and dealing with the dope game, right? And so I know you eat what you kill in the dope game. Well, guess what? In the real estate game and in the financial services game is exactly the same way. You eat what you kill. It's 100% commission. I don't make a salary, right? Only thing I make is what I sell. So a lot of people are just in it to sell you something. So they're going to tell you, hey, listen, the life insurance, if I broke down for y'all about the infinite collateralization concept, which you probably heard is infinite banking and a whole bunch of other stuff versus, for example, I can show you how with a life insurance policy, you can fund it with more than you're legally able to fund your 401k with. So you're legally able to fund your 401k with $20,500 per year. What if I told you that there's a way that you can fund something where it's tax-free growth, generally also tax-free withdrawal, and it's guaranteed, right? And you have control and immediate access to this money liquid, where there's no penalty for taking the money out before 59 and a half, and there's no RMD, required minimum distribution, meaning if you turn 72, you don't have to take the money or get taxed at 50% on it, right? If I told you a product like that exists, you'd probably be like GTFOH, but it's life insurance. The problem is most financial professionals don't like the fact that a lot of people have to qualify for life insurance. You can't just apply and get it. There's a bunch of health and all this other stuff that goes into it. Whereas if I put you in a quote unquote investment, or if I put you in a mutual fund, or if I put you in a 529, or if I put you in an IRA, all I got to do is make sure you have the money. There's no qualification behind it. Now, what a lot of financial professionals do is fuck themselves, because if you put $50,000 away with me in an IRA, I get paid $2,000. If you put $50,000 away with me in a life insurance policy, I get paid $25,000. But most people would still put you in that IRA because they know it's immediate, it's guaranteed, they ain't got to worry about it.
Right.
But they also shoot themselves in they just lost themselves $23,000.
Right.
Right? And they
Damn
probably
shame.
harm the client, because harming the client, right? Most of the time, these people don't check things like your risk tolerance or your time horizon. See, they just tell you invest, invest, invest. But me as an advisor, right, I'm looking at your risk tolerance. What is risk tolerance? Well, that means, J Speed, if I tell you, hey, invest $10,000 with me today, but just so you know, this 10,000 could go to zero overnight. Now, most people don't have the $10,000 risk tolerance, so they don't have they shouldn't have the word investing in their lexicon, right? Meaning, it's just like when you loan money to family, you say, look, I'm giving this to you, because if I loan it to you, that means I expect it back. I'm giving this to you because you're family, and I doubt you'll actually pay it back because you're going to pay me back tax time. That's how you got to look at investments. I'm putting this $10,000 here, but it's probably going to go to zero. More often than not, people lose on investments than gain.
Most certainly.
Right? But then the average investment time horizon is 20 years. Right? Because you hear a lot of people, oh, I invested in QQQ is doing great today. I invested in what's the Wall Street bets? I invested in was the AMC movie theater.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you don't have the real time horizon, which is 20 years, then you're just basically gambling, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or you have to have an exit strategy. So a short strategy in investing is anything generally 12 months or less. A long strategy is, well, a medium strategy is 12 months to 5 years. And anything longer than that is a long strategy, which is generally 5 years plus, up to 20 years. The average investment horizon is 20 years. Ask Warren Buffett. The average return on investment is 10%. Ask Warren Buffett. These aren't my words. But we also know that Warren Buffett bought a tranche of life insurance policies called STOLI, Stranger-Owned Life Insurance. Why would he do that? Because he had to do absolutely nothing, and it was a guarantee that his portfolio would grow 4 to 6% per year.
Mm-hmm.
And some of those people were going to die. So when they die, he gets the death benefit, which could be $1 million.
Mm-hmm.
So I promise you, anybody right now, if you want to see if your investment in QQQ or in whatever stock is worth more, or your life insurance policy, take your life insurance policy and offer it up on eBay as STOLI. Watch how many wealthy individuals come after that life insurance policy, and how many wealthy individuals don't come after those investments. You don't believe me? Go to bolicoli.com. That's BOLICOLI. I can pull up the Boley report from 2019 that shows Bank of America, they put $6 billion in equity investments without readily determinable fair values. That means the stock market. That same year, they put $21.5 billion into cash value life insurance. If I'm a drug dealer and I put $5 billion in this drug, but $21 billion into that other drug, is because that other drug is going to make me a whole lot more.
Right.
Right? So why are they putting 21 billion, 3 times the amount that they're putting into the stock market, into cash value life insurance.
Well, since we're speaking of that, I can tell you right straight off, if there's any subject that I'm weak in, that would be the stock market, investment market, and stuff like that. I'm opening myself up to understand it because I'm much older and wiser now, and it's probably more easy for me to understand it than. But back in 1986, I had this. We was in this record pool, the $1 million record pool. Had this brother named shit. I can't even remember his name now, but KG. He was in the military. Real good dude. He DJ'd himself. He got me to invest in penny stock. He told me the only thing I needed was $1,000, and I invested in 2 penny stocks. One was First Respond, was a medical. It was coming out with this medical thing where they take your blood out and filter it, and then filter it through, and it clean your blood out and put it back in your body.
Dialysis.
I don't know what the other one was HDT TV. Now think about what I'm finna say. I don't know what happened to that shit. I've been asking people who are in, who supposed to be very good with stocks and stuff. What happened to a stock when you just lose all connection with it? Do they ever go away? Is it something that I can go and pull up my name and find out, because it's all supposed to be backed by a certain, I guess, watchdog supposed to look over it. So how would I find any information about any of that shit?
So here's the difficulty. What you invested in was something called the pink sheets, aka penny stocks.
Mm-hmm.
Penny stocks are difficult. They're not regulated exactly the same way. So you do get a lot of Ponzi schemes that come out of the pink sheets. However, if you have like your now, I doubt you probably have it from 1986. Do you know the name of the firm with which you were investing?
I don't have any. The only thing I know, they gave me a green sheet of paper with all the information on it, and for the 2 penny stocks I had, and just like I moved around a lot. I moved in something like 15, and so you lose shit, you lose paper. Matter of fact, you even lose that you even invested in some shit sometimes because you're doing so many other things in your life. But I was just trying to wonder because I try to do a Google search with my name and see that and I can't come up with anything. So the guy is still living who sold me onto this shit. So I hope it ain't that guy who was in Texas who was doing all this scam with penny stocks. I forgot, he took so many billions of dollars from investors. But anyway, I just wanted to ask that question because just like I said, I'm illiterate when it comes down to this topic. It's the only one topic that I'm that illiterate about. I do know about the Roth when it comes to the savings and all that. I'm familiar with that because, see, you got to understand, I came along when you had their true pension. I have AFL-CIO, and I have a pension with General Motors before they came with all this RA and all this other bullshit. You understand what I'm saying? So I have some of these real pensions. You know what I mean? So I just wanted to, who governs, who regulates that bullshit.
So there's FINRA, and there's the SIPC. FINRA is the Financial Industries Regular Authority, and SIPC is for investor protection. But without like the name of a firm or something, you're kind of up in the air, or without knowing like the ticker symbol or anything like that, we quite wouldn't know.
Yeah, it was called First Respond. That's the only thing I know of the company. It was called First Respond.
Yeah.
And
So
the HDT, I don't know what company. That's way before High Definition TV came out. I invested in it. So I know that shit came and gone. So
but you may still have monies from that. You may or may not have dividends. You may have $1 million in it. You might have zero.
Right.
Generally, oftentimes, a lot of that stuff dies and goes away, and as an investor you kind of are just left holding the bag. So that's the difficulty when investing, right? As an accredited investor, or even as a non-accredited investor, but as a retail investor, what ends up happening is this: the preferred, or those who hold preferred stock, are able to get their claims to the money after whatever creditors the company owes. So let's say the company goes bankrupt. They're going to pay whatever debts and and financial obligations they have. And then they're going to pay, their the people who were basically got in their preferred stock, right? And then you'll get to the regular retail investors. If there's anything left, you'll get pennies on the dollar of your initial investment to wherever it is. But most of the time, a lot of the pink sheet stuff die. There's a few things that do go major or public. One came from a Ponzi scheme, which you're familiar with, which is the Wolf of Wall Street and Steve Madden. But yeah, it's without a little bit more info, that's kind of difficult. But like I said, you could go to the SIPC or FINRA, and they might have a little bit more information where you can kind of Google the firm, or not Google, but look up the firm that you initially invested with. Like prime example, when I was a stockbroker on 39 Broadway, I was with a company called E.J. Sterling, right? So their holdings were with a company called Stern AG, which holds the money for Morgan Stanley. A lot of these companies, most people, especially black folk, ain't never heard of, which, which is very difficult when it comes to like investing and stuff, because especially with our folk, it's like, oh, well, you have to have heard of it. Now, let me ask everyone on this panel, have any of you heard of a company called PIMCO?
No.
Okay. Underrated, have you heard of a company called PIMCO? Okay, and you haven't either, game show host.
No.
Okay. Now, what if I told y'all PIMCO happens to be the largest mutual fund in the world, and literally everybody who has a 401k in America has invested with PIMCO? But most people don't know that.
Well, Chocolatina said she heard it.
Chocolatina heard it. Well, yeah, I'm glad you've heard of it. But PIMCO, the largest mutual fund in the world, and so many people haven't heard of it, right? But prime example, for example, with me, when people like, I tell them, I'm a financial advisor, I'm working insurance, this, that, and the third. What company do you work for? I'm a broker. I don't work for a company. I work for you, the client, right? So I'm looking out for your best interest. Now, again, with black folk, they say, I don't know if I want to deal with that. I want to deal with a company. Okay, well, when you deal with New York Life directly, you can only be sold New York Life stuff. And the agent from New York Life is going to keep him and New York Life's best interest at hand. Whereas if you deal with an independent broker, and it ain't got to be me, it can be anybody who's an independent broker, they're usually, now don't get me wrong, they're not going to have, a bazillion companies. They generally pick 2 or 3 that fit most of their clients' needs. Like me, I use Emeritus, Lincoln Financial Group, and Mass Mutual. I'm also looking at a few other companies. Today, actually, in the next 15 minutes, I have a phone call to get on with a few other carriers, right? But, the whole goal is for me, hey, listen, JSP, what is it that you want? I want this, that, and the third. Okay, well, you can't even get that at New York Life. You could get a death benefit, but that's it. As a broker, yes, we can shop prices. We can shop, features and benefits. And generally, we're going to get you the biggest bang for your buck, right? Because at the end of the day, I don't care about the company, because I can place business with any company that exists.
Right. And this is why you're so important to the younger generation. The reason why is I'm 6'3". I'm not saying I'm way past that. I'm just at this
Man, I'm
point in my
looking for
life.
folks like you. Y'all got the money.
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying.
I'm trying to get money.
I just like I say, I'm when it comes to that, I'm not well rounded when it comes to that. But what I am well rounded when it comes to is using my mathematic formula as a genius where my money has the biggest buck. Now, see, some people might invest in companies and all that. My whole thing is if I can get 19 and 1 on my dollar by moving to synagogue on a beachfront property, to me, that's the best investor, just for me and my age. You see what I'm saying? Because I don't want to be in the hustle and bustle. I found out this with the casinos. Instead of going and playing in the casino, want you to invest in the casino because they're going to want to, and in returns, go have all the money. You see what I'm saying? So, uh, so I'm at the point of my life is I don't look at exactly my blueprint, and even using that blueprint, I'm not just going there because I can get 19 and 1 on my dollar. I'm going there because not only I can do that, I can influence and take the money that I did have, invest in a small school where I can raise or put my money where it's gonna have the biggest bang. Small school, not nothing big, nothing lavish. You know what I mean? Even if it's just like, 2,700 square foot. You know what I mean? Something small will be beside my house. And if I can invest, then having people come from the United States who are experts in everything that a person might need to, as far as to assimilate into life, and then I can get them to donate at least a week of their time, come over there for vacation, but really they're coming up there and spirit that knowledge to these children. If I get like 20-something people do that throughout the year, then not only can I live comfortable with a pension at $2,300 a month, which becomes 2,300 times 19 in synagogue, then I can be doing the work too.
I like that. I actually I have a client who's doing something similar. He just put $500,000 away with me for a 10-year plan. He's planning on expatriating from America overseas, and living there for a period of time. He's going to be there. So we're putting together a 10-year plan. So what you're saying, Jay Speed, I completely agree. I don't feel like I'm the most important for the youth. I feel like I'm important for all of us. And if I can spark a brain who can make that difference, like Tupac said, I might not change the world, but I can guarantee you I'll spark the brain that does.
Right.
And as I'm encroaching upon 40, I look at a lot of these spaces and, unfortunately my generation, we dropped the ball big time. Like we're kind of done. We're 40s, right?
Yeah.
It's the young man's world now, right?
Yeah.
And unfortunately, a lot of us got to kind of suck it up and realize that.
Right.
Now partially,
Mr. Hall, before you go any
Yes, sir.
further, I hate that word. You can't drop something you never had in your hand.
Right.
I
Fair
hate
enough.
that word because that becomes the difference between my glass is half empty or half full. I take a glass half full because I know it's on the up climb. Half empty, that means it's going down. And I think our words become power, and especially a person who's in your position. I love picking your brains right about now and just listening to you talk, because I said it earlier just before you came here. Everything in life is a mathematical formula, and so you are laying out the blueprint. How people, and I guess I could take that with a grain of salt. What I said when I say you for the younger generation, but I'm saying they need the most help. But older people do need help too, and some of them have money that they're try to just survive on when they can take it and really thrive on it. See, there's a difference between survive on something and thrive on it. So yeah, you're right. You're just as important for all people, and you are.
Well, here's why I say, especially for gentlemen who are, above my age. A few years back, I was sitting with my stepfather-in-law, and he retired from MONY Bank of New York in 1992. Well, he didn't retire. He left MONY Bank of New York in 1992. He currently works for Columbia University.
Yes, sir.
And sight unseen, I told him exactly how much he had in his retirement plan to the dollar. Well, I was $2 above what he would get monthly from that retirement plan without seeing anything. Like you said, everything is a mathematical equation, and just from the years in the industry, I was like, oh, about 30 years. He probably got about 30,000 there. Boom, boom, boom. It'd be about. I told him he would get $238 a month. When we called the plan administration, they were like, yeah, you'll get $236 a month.
Mm-hmm.
But what ended up happening was I helped them find lost money, and especially our folks. We leave jobs and we leave the money there.
Mm-hmm.
I promise you all, you guys have a job that y'all had in the past y'all ain't even thinking about that has a 401k that's just sitting there that y'all haven't rolled over. And that's thousands of dollars, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars, that's yours, that the company ain't going to search for you to get your money. They just going to keep living off the interest and be like, oh, well, maybe he died. I don't know. You know what I mean? And not give you your money. So it's always good to look back. You can locate lost loot. And while we're on the topic, like I said, I don't like term insurance, but I also don't like paying for life insurance for your whole life. So before I hop off, because I gotta get on the call in the next 10 minutes.
I want you to make your last remarks after you finish too, please.
Okay. When nobody needs to pay for life insurance for their whole life, even if you get a whole life policy. Now, a lot of agents aren't going to know how to set that up for you, and they're not going to want to set that up for you because, again, that affects our commission, right? So instead of getting 50%, that cuts us down to about 12%, right? So you spend, $100, instead of me getting $50 off of it, I get $12 off of it. It's not attractive to me. Why is it attractive to me? Because people just like game show hosts become my client. And then what does he do? He tells folks about me. Right? And so if I could get $12 from 20 people, I'd rather get $12 from 20 people than $20 from one person.
Right.
Right. But a lot of this comes to strategies, right? And so when you're talking about mathematical equations, right? And the reason I look at life insurance is so powerful, it's the easiest way to pass on generational wealth. I'll show you like this. Your average person or your average, and this is why I call myself the all-star advisor. So you'll have an average advisor who will come out, you'll say, hey, listen, I want $100,000 worth of life insurance. Okay, sign here. You'll have an above average agent who you'll say, hey, I want $100,000 worth of life insurance. They'll say, how'd you come up with that number?
Mm-hmm.
Right? And then you'll be like, oh, well, I make $50,000 a year, so 2 times my annual income, $100,000, I should be good.
Mm-hmm.
And then they'll do math and they'll say, well, no, you don't need $100,000. To leave 20 years of your lifestyle, you need $1 million policy because you got kids who are under the age of 24. And just like your health insurance has to protect them until 24, your life insurance should too. Because you didn't go to work and bust your ass for no reason. You busted your ass to provide a lifestyle. So that lifestyle you're providing needs to be provided for at least another 20 years. 20 years times 50,000 is $1 million. Now, you look at an all-star advisor like myself who hears a bunch of black folk talking about we want to create generational wealth. And I'll say, well, you make $50,000 a year. You need a $10 million life insurance policy. Whoa! After you get that $10 million, right, once you pass, your family's going to come to me, and then we're going to put it in a money market account like Goldman Sachs. If you go right now to Google and Google high interest savings account, the highest interest account outside of maybe a local credit union is going to be Goldman Sachs, aka Marcus Millichap, with a 0.5% interest rate. Now, money market account, you might find a 1% interest, but right now we're at 0.5%. What does 0.5% or half of 1% of 10 million equal? 50,000. So once that person dies, they then come to me with the family with the proceeds of 10 million. We put that 10 million in a money market account, and now your family's living off of $50,000 in perpetuity. That's generational wealth. That's what enough of us aren't teaching, but that's because a lot of us don't even know it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Right?
Before you go, you ever sharpen your knives over there with Anton? What do you think about your approach, and what do you think about his approach?
I talk to Anton all the time. He actually declined funding my business. I was trying to open a farmer's insurance agency And I was only looking for an additional 30 grand. I had 30 grand of my own, but it was in a retirement account that I don't want to touch, which is why I was trying to get his 30 grand.
Yeah.
And I definitely like Anton's style. That's why I'm part of the Discord. He's the only Discord I'm a part of, the only Patreon I'm a part of. I like his style a lot. And I've done some networking through there and met some people. I see Sonny has a question. Hold on, what is this? Question for the brother Pete, speaking, playing the Angel's Advocate. Have you taken to account the companies that people invest in that help perpetuate a lot of the problems that we are having as a people? You mean companies like New York Life and Prudential, who owned slaves and during the 1800s actually declined to give black people life insurance because they realized that we were understanding the power of passing down generational wealth, or the fact that black people actually even today buy more life insurance than white people, but we buy it wrong, like I just explained. Or the fact that we don't invest with black companies like Ariel Investments, who partnered with Charles Schwab, which came out in 1984 and is owned by a black man, and his daughter is the current CEO. Or like black-owned life insurance companies like Atlanta Life Insurance, which was created by Alonzo Herndon in Jim Crow America in the 1800s, when he started a barbershop, then real estate, and then died the richest man in Atlanta because he did life insurance. Or his partner with North Carolina Mutual, which is now in rehab, meaning they're needing to be paid for. Or one of the richest people in America, Magic Johnson bought the LA Dodgers for what, $7 billion, right?
Yes.
That same year he bought 51% stake, only 51%, half of a life insurance company called Equitrust Financial for $13 billion. But don't nobody know about that. We all know about the Dodgers that he bought for $7 billion, but he paid twice the amount to buy half an insurance company. With that being said, I got to get off. I got a phone call in 5 minutes, so I got to go prepare for that. If y'all are still around when I'm done, I'm definitely going to come back because I love chopping it up with y'all.
Okay, and also let's not forget about the late great AJ Gaston too.
Oh yeah.
A lot of people don't talk. I know about AJ Gaston. So, matter of fact, before you go Alonzo Hall, you owe me a chop up. So we got to talk about that. So because I want to talk about that and also AJ Gaston, because that I think that's a story, that's a missed piece of story of our history, even American history, that a lot of people do not